Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes. We're going to be doing some drawing tonight. We got some simple drawings. We got some faces. We got waves. We've got all kinds of stuff. Let's start off with our simple drawing here. I'm sharing my screen, so let's see. We're going to start off with this one, this face first. The circles, definitely see the circles. Now, what's important here is seeing the relationship of the circles, right? So everything's made up of shapes, but if we look at the relationships, how do they relate to each other? So that's actually an interesting concept. So you know, once you have the relationship of the more than just the relationship of the mom and child, we've got the relationship of two circles. So what is that relationship? Let's see. We've got one here. There's that one, probably a little bigger. There's one. And then you've got the other one, the other circle there. And trying to get that relationship is the challenge, right? How do they relate to each other? Let's see. This one. Here we go. And because of the computers, makes it a lot easier to do. I should have made the picture bigger. Oops. The picture bigger. That's all right. We'll zoom in on it if we have to when we edit. So you can see this circle, and it is a little more than half the size of the big circle. You can see there's about half. So yeah, it's probably a little bit more because I could probably make it a little bigger. It's about that size. Yeah. It's about half. It's about half the size of the mom's circle. Probably a little bit less. A little bit more. Sorry, a little bit more. If we do the yeah, there we go. Yeah, you can see it right there. See that's the middle, and you can see it's coming up a little bit bigger than the middle. Another relationship, not just size, but the placement, where it is as far as its space. And we can do this. We can grab some lines here. And it's always good to see these lines. Here we go. From here, and it gives us angles to there. Here, the bottom of the circle to the bottom of that circle. You can see that. And that creates another shape, And here you can actually even see kind of like this shape, or the axis of this shape actually of this whole baby kind of like coming down here that way. It probably goes into two, probably curves a little bit. There we go. It goes like that. Yeah, there's a little bit of a curve in that shape. It's kind of like a bean shape, actually. It's a bean shape. It's a bean shape. All right, let's get bouncing on this. Well, we can do some more lines, especially if you're new. That's not the middle. So let's find the middle here. I would say that's the middle, and you can see that angle. You can see that angle. Really nice. This makes it challenging, and these angles really make it challenging, but you want to see these angles. See the angle. See if I continue that angle, that line there. And then this angle here, it's off. The baby's a little off center, but that center, the hair is anyways. And then, yeah, so there you can see that. Well, that center line right there, that axis line. What else? Everything else is below half. Yeah, the hair is above the half, and the face is below half. And if we add another fourth line, break that into fourths, it would be, yeah, there's the mouth. You can see how it all fits, breaking it into parts. All right, let's get started. Let's do this. All right, Eladio, I'm fine with going all night. I slept from 8 to 5 p.m. So my day started an hour and a half ago. Wow. Well, I've been up since, I don't know, since actually I got some good sleep last night, but I actually knocked out for a little bit before class. I was working and scraping and doing stuff, but and my hands still, I couldn't get all the paint off, so I still have some paint from from my job today. All right, we'll show some, well, we'll show pictures next week, and we'll show pictures next week. Yeah. All right, here we go. So excuse the little bit of paint on my hands. I tried scrubbing, but it was just not working. Now the paint is really good paint. All right, so we're going to start off with our circle. Actually, the big shape. Interesting. The big shape. Already. There we go. Yeah, the big shape. Well, I like seeing the big shape. I really didn't point it out, but we'll do the big shape. I guess would be the two circles. So get your first circle on there. Sketch it. Let's see my little circle there. Let's make sure I spotlight myself. And it's a sketch. You see how I sketched it? Sketch it. Sketch your little scribbly. There we go. Go round and round till you get it. Here we go. Let me see. Spotlight. There we go. Oh, what's that? Just a second. Here we go. Spotlight. Yeah, we're starting early. 5:45, 6:46. Okay, then we got the other circle. The other circle is a little bit lower and about half the size. And look at the space in between the circles too. There was a little bit of space in between the circles, and it was a little bit bigger than half. So we can actually do that a little bit, get half, and you can see that's about right. That's about right, right about there. And then you can see that that angle to this angle, and that feels right about right. I can probably get it a little bit closer, a little bit of arid extra dry, a little closer. There we go. I can move it around. See, I can sketch. It's just a sketch. I can slightly move it over, just like that. And if I need to move this one over, I can move it over. But I usually sketch even lighter than that, just to start off with, and then build your drawing. There we go. Let's see. Let's turn this on. Mark Wallace. All right, here we go. All right, let's get that angle. This angle, the center angle, actually right down the middle. This angle here, right there. Bam. That angle there. That's where the hair is going to be above it. We're trying to find the middle, shooting for that center of that circle, that way. And then you could see the arms, kind of the arm. I'm going to kind of, well, I sketch it in. You see the whole baby head right in there, kind of wrapping around that other circle, going around that baby bean, little baby bean right in there, kind of like that baby bean. Sketching it. Look at all my sketchy, scratchy lines. This is all just the bottom. This is all just the sketch. I've already made like hundreds of lines. And that's good. I mean, actually, if you zoom in, you can see all the sketchy lines, right? And then just choose your favorite one. And it's just a sketch, right? This is what they mean by it being sketchy. And then you just like build on top of it. The hand is a circle. The circle is right about there, right? There's a little circle. And then the arm is attached to it. This arm is attached to it, right? And like that. Bounces in, bounces over. Make it a little bigger. And probably, yeah, that's good. Right in there. All right, nice, simple shapes. But you can see it's probably, well, I wouldn't say absolute beginner, but I see a lot of people here. There we go. Absolute beginner drawings. We're gonna, yeah, put those together. It's one of my things I want to do is get all these videos and then put them together in order from simple to more complex. All right, let's draw this hand right here. A little bit of overlapping. So this other hand back here holding the baby. Notice where it's at too. It's like right here where this head is. It's a little bit below that right there. And there's overlapping. So you have this shape here. Then you have the hand shape. And if you have to add to it, see, you can add to it. Add to it. And see all these lines. I can now afterwards I can just go dark like this. I can go really dark. Or even with a marker, actually. Go with a marker and go darker. I think I'm going to do that because these lines are pretty thick. These lines are pretty thick. You got to notice the thickness of the line. All right, we got mother and child here. Happy New Year. We got, oh, this is one of the babies. Yeah, we'll be doing babies. Actually, we're going to start with babies and we're going to end the night with baby drawings. All right, I think that's good. I did say fourth. Let's break this down into a fourth. Parallel. These lines are parallel, going in the same direction. Right there. Bam. Then there's a little ball back here for a beanie. Right in there. Some overlapping. Notice that overlapping. Right in there. Then the hair kind of a little off center. They did it on purpose. So it's not boring. Actually, if things are too symmetrical, too much the same, it's nice harmony. It's nice, but you want to throw things off just a little bit. Have a little bit of excitement. The head tilted, everything not square, everything not. Yeah, there we go. I think there's less space. I'm looking at my space here. There's less space around. I can actually bring this a little bit closer. trying to fix little things here and there. It's not a big deal. You don't have to fix it, but I try to shoot for accuracy. So you can still fix things, and looking back and forth, seeing things that need to change, things that can be fixed. Let's get the eyes in here. Sketch them in. I'm going to sketch it all in. Then I'm going to use a marker to go on top and darken all this up. Yeah, feel free to post pictures. We can't get to all of them, but we'll see which ones really call out. And some of them are tough, and some of them are perfect. They're like, okay, we'll do this one. This one's a good one. And then we got cheeks here. Let's do the cheeks. There's one cheek here, and another cheek here. Right in there, little circles for the cheeks. And so it is. I think that's good. I think that's a good sketch. I think we can go ahead and I got a blue marker here. We can go ahead and go in and draw it all in. I think so. Oh, no, not yet, not yet, not yet. We still have the baby. You can't forget the baby. Funny thing, throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Yeah, that happens so much. One little thing goes wrong and they throw it all away, you know. And you got to know when, you know, like, okay, this drawing is not working, got to go to the next one, right? You know, you gotta say when. But sometimes what people give up too quickly, and some people hang in there too long. So but most people I think give up too quickly. I think hanging in there, having some patience and persistence does really make a difference. It has for me anyways. It has for me, being patient, being persistent, keeping at it. You know, some things you got to say, okay, can't do it anymore, but that's it. All right, so here we go. The hair is halfways. We did say halfways for the baby, and little eyes. Are they any closer? No, they're about there. They're about. I don't know. Let me see if I put another axis line that's perpendicular. That's a big old word. Perpendicular, fun to say. Peppermint, perpendicular peppermint, right in there. And then that helps get the eyes kind of like on both sides, because then you can see the distance from the center. Oh. And then we got a big old baby smile right in there, right in the middle. And then we got the baby cheeks. One there, one there. I'm probably going to have to do that with colored pencil. I like that spacing, that placement. If I have to make adjustments, make adjustments. But yeah, I usually sketch lightly. Sketch lightly. What is that? Tread lightly? I don't know, tread lightly. All right, here we go with our marker. Should have a brown marker. I should grab my markers. And let's see, I just see this blue one. I see another blue one. 2 blue markers. Oh, blue water, lots of water, not a drop to drink. Here we go. All right, so I'm just going to go around. Let's just go around the outside, around the outside. See? And then this drawing is done with computer, so that's not fair. Having something so perfect, and then people try to draw it, and it's like, oh my gosh. They try to draw it like here, but I have a sketch underneath. See, I'm almost tracing, but still not perfect. I mean, it's not as perfect as that computer drawing would be, but it's all right. It's good enough. It's good enough. It's good enough. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's never going to be perfect. But we shoot at it, and we say, okay, that's good enough. I should be happy. Unless you want it really perfect. I don't know. I do. I do aim for that. Try to get it as good as I can get it. And then just let it go. That's it. I did my best. I did my best and save the rest. This is going to be, won't be able to shade that. So I'm going to kill my marker. Let's see if I can adjust the mouth a little bit. The mouth is actually a little different. I'm looking at it. I'm going to pull it a little bit this way, just slightly. You probably even notice, like, what? I did pull it to the left a little bit, a little more. I'm always adjusting, always trying to make it better. There we go. I can use this marker to shade lightly to get those cheeks in there. There we go. Let's see. All right. Let's see, we go right in there. Let's see, I can, well, especially later, probably, I can shade lightly. With a marker, yeah, it's difficult to do. Practicing your circles there. Maybe make it a little bigger. Shade. That's a little bit of hatching. There it is. All right, let's get the rest of it in there. Let's get this arm in there. Let's get the arm. I'm really close to the Arm and Hammer Museum. That's where I'm doing my work. Actually, the signs, they're gonna want a mural, so we'll see. There we go. Oh, make it look so easy. Yeah, I'm just tracing. If I had to draw this like without my sketch underneath, it would be really a little more difficult. There we go. Let's go around the outside. Or should we do the face? Yeah, jump in the face. Let's jump into the face. I was going to do the outside, but I want to get this out of the way. I'm going to go do my circle first. And if I'm going too slow, well, draw two faces, draw the whole family, draw the dad, draw the, what would the father look like? Right. Maybe he's back here. I don't know. All right, here we go. Let's do the hair. The hair's a little bit to the left. See, it's not right in the middle. It's a little more to the left. My axis line is off. And then all this hair, I'm already shading it. All right, here we go. And then I'm going to close up the eyes a little bit more. I think I have them more open. I'm looking back and forth, and I'm looking, and I can see that these eyes are a little more like a U shape. A little more like a U shape. So there we go. Trying to shoot for that accuracy. Making those adjustments when I need to. And if I didn't catch it this time, that's okay. Or if you didn't catch it, that's all right. And get the little cheeks right in there. There we go. New baby, new year. That's pretty close to being done. I'll shade in later. And here, actually, that little bean shape gets hidden in there. They simplified it. I think they would probably go in there. Interesting. We need to go under this hand. The hand does actually come out right here. And then it comes over. So let me see. I'm seeing where I start, where I'm going to stop. Start, stop right here. Just go for it. Bam. And then all around. Bam. Single stroke. Single stroke. There we go. Up and over and around. There we are. All right. All we need to do is shade it. The lines would be thicker. Do make a note of it. I mean, the thickness of the line. I'm not going to go back in there and do it, though. But yeah, if you want to shoot for that accuracy. There we go. Our first drawing of the night done and done. Very nice. I think that's cute. Whoever found it. Ellen posted it. She found it. Thank you, Ellen. All right, let's go to the next drawing. Let's share my screen again. Let's see anything in the chat. All slept from 8 to 5 p.m. Wow. All right, let's see. Let's share. Sharing is caring. Here we go. What is your purpose? Purpose. Why are you drawing? I'll get you through your stuff. Oh, let's should we do this one? That's a bit of a challenge. We can do it though. See, oh, that one. Yeah, let's it's really simple. This one's actually gonna be more simple. It's gonna be faster. I think I'm gonna just do it without breaking it down. But you can see a circle here. These angles, there's almost like 3 angles. This is a curved angle, but you want to see these points. These points, the point here, point there. He's fishing. And he's got his little thing here. All right. Well, I should point out some of the ratios, some of the proportions. So here we go. Let's do that just with the head. I'm not gonna do too much more than it is almost a perfect circle. There's a little bit of a push here or a pull, but it's really close to being a perfect circle. I'm gonna just use the head as a point of 1, 2, a 3, 3.5. See right here, actually 2.5 is where his sitting. 3 is to here, and then 3.5 would be all the way to the bottom. All right, so that's the size we need to have. We using the head as a measurement. That's our 1. This is proportions. You don't want to make this out of proportion. So this is 1. The body's a 1.5. So here's 1.5. That's what I said. 1.5. Did I say 2.5? I think I did. 2.5. It's about a little bit more probably than 1.5. And then this is 2.5 to the bottom here, about 2.5, probably a little less. And let's see, using the same measurement, see how far out it goes. We got 1 head there. This is 2, 3, 4, about 4.5, maybe 4.5, about 4.5, 4.5 heads out. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to do it pretty quick. This is going to go faster. We'll do this as a quick sketch. There we go. Let's see. Stop sharing. Here we go. Let's do this. All right, let's do this as color, living color here. So we got our sketch. Here's our head. Let's see if I remember our circles, our circle spaces. There's 1. And then we got 1.5, I guess 1.5. That's where he's sitting. There's our circle here. He's sitting right about there at the 1.5, our snowman. And then he's got another, oh, it's not going to fit. Was that right? Let me see. 1, no, yeah, 1.5, and then 3. Yeah, that's right. 1.5, and then 3. 1.5. Oh, to where he's sitting. That's right. 1.5 to where he's sitting. And then 1. Oh yeah. And then this is where he's going to sit. Yeah, he's going to go there. He sits on 3. Then he's got a little bit. It's really cutting it close. I can make things circles a little bit smaller to really make it fit. To make it fit. And this because there's this land mass that he's on, and then it comes down to water. I really don't like being this low to the bottom. I really don't. That looks blurry. Low to the bottom. Then we go out 4 circles. Was it 1, 2, 3? That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. A little bit less, was it? A little bit less than 4. So yeah, there we go. There's our space. And then the hand was like right in here because he's sitting here. And this coming out probably about at that angle to right about there, right close to the bottom of the head. I'm looking at the bottom of the head and I can see where that kind of comes out to there. Oh, did I put it in the chat? I don't know. I don't think I did. Let me get the image, copy image address and put it in the chat. There we go. Nobody said anything. It's all right. Here we go. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. It's simple. And I think this is done with computer as well. You can't even tell anymore. It's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell if it's done with computer or sometimes it's obvious. Well, I can't even say that it's obvious. Sometimes it looks like it was done before I could tell. I remember like, oh, in the movies, I'm like, oh, I can see the blue screen. I can see the blue screen. I can see the green screen, actually the green screen. All right, let's just do this. All right, we got our head, our round head. I'm gonna make it a little smaller, so it's might have to do a little bit of squeezing. The hand, there's a hand right in here. That hand right in there, about that big. And then it comes down like he's waiting. I don't get the joke yet. It's waiting down. He's got, oh, it's kind of coming down on his knee. That's what's happening. Oh, interesting. That's his knee. Look at all these stick figures. It's a funny thing. I always hear people, I can't even draw a stick figure. So this one's complex actually as a stick figure. But if you need to, you got to know what you're drawing, why you're drawing. What's your purpose? If you need to draw a stick figure, draw a stick figure. You don't have to draw a whole anatomically correct. If you're just trying to get an idea out, if you're just trying to you know, let's see, and bring it down to here. That's it. There we go. Oh, I'm already going dark. So it's almost symmetrical. It does pull out a little bit more on this back side. It's a little straighter on that side. It does pull out a little more. And then this is his back. This is his arm. It actually connects to that like a number 4. Do you see that number 4? Well, comes down, comes back like a number 4. And then and this is actually his knee. I'm going to separate it a little bit because it's kind of hard to tell. So this is his leg going up at this angle from right about there. And right there going up. And I'm going to put a little bit of space and then bring it down at that angle there. All right. There we go. These angles. Try to see the shape, the lines around it, that angle, and then we've got a square, actually more of a rectangle that goes right in there. All right. Okay. That's pretty much it. Let's get this leg, that leg down. Then the chair. The chair is just a rectangle. There's all kinds of lines, but you want to see this rectangle, and all the other lines are kind of like little shadows or little texture. I don't know. There's that rectangle, and then 2 other rectangles. Probably should go a little lower right there. This one's a little wider. Make this one a little wider. And then it's got like a little bit of shading. Oh, it is just little cross hatching. The decoration. That's it. And there's all kinds of grass. All right, let's do the foot. A little bit of an oval shape or a tear shape, actually. It probably has a little bend and probably a little lower if we're doing for accuracy. Now let's do this other arm that's behind and holding the fishing pole. I think if I draw the circle first, this circle where the hand is right in there, that's going to help. Because then now we got to do is attach that. There's that right about there. And then below that is the little reel right about there. I'm sketching it in lightly. Notice how lightly it is compared to that. Yeah, draw light until it's right, and then you can go dark afterwards. Okay, so I'm going to here, and I'm going to aim to right behind this arm right in there. So I'm going to go from here. I'm looking, start, stop, and then draw it right there. Bam. Then it goes back because these 2 arms meet right in there like that. I would probably draw this a little thicker because this actually is in front. This arm, oh, that's interesting. Oh no, this actually, oh no, it's behind actually. This is behind. This arm is in front. He's like waiting. Oh, I went darker, moved it. Oh, he's like waiting. The patient fisherman. And that's where the stories of the one that got the one that got away. Yeah, because nobody likes to fail. Nobody likes to mess up, but that's where the learning is. That's where the learning is. You have to mess up and say, okay, this is where I'm messing up. And then you just improve upon it, and then bang, you get better at it. And it's like, okay, what's the next thing I can improve on? What's the next thing I can get better at? Right? That's the thing it's you just gotta do it and then see where you're messing up. Is it your ratios? Is it your angles? Is it your proportions? And then just practice that. Practice your ratios. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna look for the ratios, the height to the width, the height to the width. the height to the width of this is 4 wide. The height is 1, 2, 3, 3 tall, 4 wide, 4 heads anyways. Yeah. Ratios. Yeah, but he's worried. I don't know what he's worried about. He's got this look. You know, it's a stick figure. You can see he's got this. He's not a happy camper. The mouth is down like that, right about there. Then he's got worried eyes, like looking up. There's one there, another one there. And then he's got the eyebrows, kind of like, when already? It's like patience. This is not fast food. And then the line, the quality of line is really nice. The way it gets thicker as it comes down here. The line gets thicker up here. It kind of swoops down, and then it gets a little bit thicker as it comes out this way. If you're looking at the quality of the line, shoot that for that accuracy. And then bring it back to thin, and then it goes thick again. And you see, I'm just sketching over my drawing. I'm drawing over my sketching. See, and actually that sketching looks like shading. It's actually pretty neat. I don't have to have shade now. It even looks like it's a sphere, not even a circle. It's a sphere. He's got 2 little hairs on his head. Let's put the 2 little hairs. 1, 2, like that. Look like horns. I made him look like horns, I think. Maybe it's just
He's
me.
unhappy. I think we should put a fish at the end of his line so he'll be happy.
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe we can put a small fish, a really small fish. And that way he's like, oh man, I don't know. But you'd have to change his face. Yeah, what's the story? What's the story? All right, 3-hour tour. All right, so I've got the handle. I've got my rod kind of sketched in. I got this handle drawn in. I can and it kind of goes to let's do the top line first. I'm gonna do the top line. Aiming. There it is. There's my top line. The bottom line really goes in quick. It really actually right about halfway. It connects already to this line up here. So it kind of comes out at a point. Interesting. Right about there. Oh, went too wide, too fast. Thinned it up a little bit. Let's thicken this one up too. There it is. It's all good. You gotta fix on the fly. Fix on the fly. He's fly fishing. You gotta fix things. All right. So let's actually, it's probably a little complex right in here. The reel. Let's zoom in because there's a lot going on. Not a lot, but it's a little complex. All right. So what's going on here with this reel? It's a little rectangle, or actually it's kind of like a square. Well, closer to a rectangle because not a square is specific. A square has the same height, same width. A rectangle is just a little bit longer. It's almost a square. It's a little bit longer that way. It's got a little bit of a line right there. And then that's the square. And then it's attached. It's attached with a little thing here, and then it hooks. Oops, there we go. Probably a little too close on my drawing. That's okay. That's all right. We'll just let it go. I'm not going to erase it and start over, that's for sure. But it probably just got a little bit, it could have been a little further away. That's all good. That's just placement. Ratios, angles, proportions, and placement. The proportions look good, but the placement is not in the right place. The negative space should be a little bit more. All right, put a little square at the top. Another little square at the top of that. And then now we got the little line. Let's draw the line. Let's zoom out. I think that's good. Oh, it's shaded. This one is shaded. It's got a shade. It's some sketch marks. It's coming along. All right, let's get that's good right there. And a little bit of angle. The string doesn't go straight up and down. There's a little bit of a pull to it. And I guess I'll put a little small fish. Let's go. Kind of like a drop. And then Put a
You
little
should draw
X.
the fish giving him the finger.
That's very brazen. Yeah, should. It's like, hey, put some fish lips on.
Of course, the standard picture for a failed fisherman is pulling up an old shoe.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Picking up a shoe. Oh my gosh, the fingers on the great ideas. Well, you do, boo. I think somebody said once. No, you gotta. This is where you can use your imagination. Really, really, like, hey, put whatever you'd like. Well, what is he? I can't wait to see what other people come up with. All right, let's put the water. A little bit of water. All right, there, a little bit of a wave, and then all this grass. The grass is complex. The grass is complex, but it's on this little hill that's like right in there. I'll put in the grass, maybe describe it as much as I can, but I'm just going to throw it in. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little more complex. There is this right in here, the line, his line kind of comes down and aims for that. There it is. Oh, right there. That's the line. And then there's little things holding onto it. You got how many? Ooh, they get smaller and closer. That's a really good one. That's really good to see because my animation students wouldn't get that. They do it all the same distance. And noticing the placement actually is a good placement practice. You can see from here to here, there's one. The next one's a little bit closer. It's from the distance from here to here. See, this one comes like right in the middle of that white part of the bar. The next one's a little bit closer. Then the next one looks actually almost the same distance from here to here, but we'll make it a little bit closer. And then it does get a little bit closer. And a little bit closer. There we go. Little lines here. They're actually little hooks that they're little hooks with they're eye hooks. They're called eye hooks, but they're a little circle, and the string goes through them to hold on to the string. All right, let's get the grass. I'm not going to describe it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to put the little grass here and there. I'm not going to describe where it's at and how it is. I'm just doing it. Just do it. Just do it. Ooh, the box. Yeah, that's the best thing. The thing is, you know what you want. The thing is, how do you do it? That's the question. Sometimes just doing it, and it's okay if it messes up. It's okay if it's not. You're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna learn, and the thing is, you got to kind of go through it just by doing it. I want to draw faces. Well, just draw faces. They're not looking like it. And then you just kind of like, okay, wait a minute. Why isn't it looking right? Okay, it's the ratios, the angles, the proportions. Faces are tough. Faces are a challenge. And, if you need to trace them, I mean, the thing is, what your purpose, what is it you want? There we go. There's a little bit overlapping with the grass in here. It's really neat. Oh, you're welcome. Yelena, she's out. Happy New Year, 7-Eleven. What time is it? Oh, 7. That was like a while back. Happy New Year. I think she's out. More grass in here. Grass. There's little triangle shapes, little lines. It's fun. They don't have to be exact. They're just, and this is good. Just practice trying to see that and then draw it. See it, draw it. See it, draw it. See it, draw it. And there we go. Something like that. There we go. There's my grass. Right in there. And if we wanted to color, we can go color. All right. Ooh, ready for the next drawing. We're going to get a little more difficult, a little more challenging. That's good. Now there's our drawing. Da, 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 da. Yeah. The eyes are probably a little bit closer. Yeah, they probably are a little bit closer. It's okay. Slightly. I'm just checking my drawing, looking back and forth, see what I've done differently. How would I kept it the same? It's good to reflect on it. Review. Good. All right. Clap. Give yourself a hand. Ooh, cactus. Cactus. This is going to be fun. We got some cactus on board. Let's do some cactus. This cactus is actually pretty simple. let's see. Let's share my screen. And the cactus is actually pretty straightforward. We're going to do this cactus here. The thing that makes it, the way it's colored is really, if you really want to shoot for that, the shading, but really just focusing on drawing. But understanding color, value changes, there's a lot of little things going on. But the shapes are very simple shapes, very simple shapes. But I think the most challenging thing is some of the designs that these little spikes are on. But here we go. Let's just do it. Copy the image address, put it in the chat. We got something in the chat. I was thinking of posting deep sea creatures for the next week, or maybe even everyone wants to post pictures of their pets. Yeah, post a picture of your pet. We'll draw it. Almost posted to Yelena. Let's give it to everyone. There we go. I don't even know if she's still here. I'm missing some people. All right, we're down. We're down. Oh, we got 21 people. 22, my favorite number. There we go. Let's go ahead and draw these. Wow, there's a lot of character, a lot of stuff going on. Not that difficult. Well, we'll just sketch them out real quick. Somebody requested this. They're not that well. Everything's hard if you don't know how. Everything's kind of easier if you know how. Flying a plane is easy if you know how. All right, here we go. It's going to start off with the first bottom left one. It is kind of like a circle, and then it comes down to a triangular point. See, I see the circle, and it comes down this point. See, this makes it a complex shape, and there's a rock in front of it. There's a little bit of a rock, and there's another rock. I'm not going to worry about them. There's that shape. This one's more of a teardrop shape. There's two of them, kind of like a Mickey Mouse. There's one right about there, one right about there, like right Mickey Mouse ears. And they kind of come out, and it is a circle with a tear shape right in there. This is good for beginners. These shapes, you can see how they're constructed. There's a circle, and then it just comes to a teardrop. There's that one. This one's a little bit longer. This one on this side is a little bit longer, a little bit higher. That angle, notice the angle too. I didn't talk about angles. This one's very vertical. This one's at that angle, and then this one is about that angle, that axis line. There we go. Let's get that cactus. There we go. And this looks like computer work as well. Speaking, it's going to be hard competing with computers. The AI is coming. AI. Amazing stuff. I'm going to be working with it. Actually, I'm going to be working with AI as soon as I finish these projects. Alrighty. Okay, there's one. There's another one. I'm not really seeing the proportions. This one, if I compare them, they're really close to being the same. This one and that one there. All right, I got two more off of this one. One of them is going to be right in here, thinner, and then this one going off a little bit at a different angle. That one there. Notice the angles. The angles. This is important. We're looking at ratios, angles, and the proportions. Wrap to draw. All right. Vehicle collision. Two vehicle collision. Oh, right off. Ooh, right outside. Actually, down the street. Eastern and Druid. That's like. Interesting. It's on the other side of the hill, but really close to me. All right. So I've got my angles. I've got they're kind of like circle shapes right there. That circle shape, and then it's attached. This is probably a little wider. I'm gonna go a little wider, right in there. And then this one's a little thinner, but see that angle? I already got my angle. It's gonna come up here and go up and around right in there. That looks about right. See the bigness, how big it is compared to other stuff, how it all fits. We got three more here. We got one right about here, one right about there. See, I'm getting the axis lines. This really actually helps getting the placement where it's at and where it's, you see, like right in there, those three little nodes. What are they called? Nopales. Nopales. All right, and I'm going to actually adjust it because once I have it there, I can make that adjustment. I can say, oh, okay, I was kind of off there. I'm going to draw a little more, use that and bring it in just slightly. There it is. Same thing with this one. Go out right about there. Bring it in right there. Oh, that one goes wider. That's all right. Nobody's going to know except for the cactus mama. Okay, Google, tell me a cactus joke.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah, one day you will. Scary, that's scary. You can tell them, okay, Google, tell me a horse joke.
Which horse runs the city? The mayor, of course.
The mayor. All right, now here this is let's see, I can see a pattern. This is where you got to see the patterns. The patterns are really, really small and hard to see. But they do kind of crosshatch. So if let's see, if you see one angle and then just kind of draw those lines kind of going in that angle, and then usually opposite direction or well, perpendicular almost there. And then right where those lines cross, then you would draw your little spikes. You can draw the little spikes, and this helps get the spikes on there, the needles. You get the needles on where they kind of cross. So if you want to get in there, I mean, it's pretty detailed. There it is. Boom. Something like that. Yeah, it's really detailed. I can see, yeah, I can see lines going this way. Like that. And then lines going this way. This will be a little bit easier to see. Let's zoom in. There'll be even more. It'll be even more. And then you just do your little spikes on there, and little spikes on the where they cross. Yeah, everywhere it crosses, just go in there. Put them in. And just do the whole cactus like that. You want to color it, color it. The other cactus, interesting. Let's do this one as well. The thing is, with this cactus, the little dots are actually light. They're white dots, or lighter. They're not necessarily white. They're a little off yellow. They look, and they're actually probably like star shaped. They look like they're star shaped. But the size we're drawing and the materials we're using, I'm not going to do light. I'm going to go dark. I'm just easier just to put the little dots in there like that. All right. Interesting. The shading too, the way it's if you want to get into the shading, it does go rounded. These are rounded shapes, forms. Actually, it's form. It's a rounded form. It's a rounded form, like a smashed cylinder, smashed sphere. That's a sphere. So you get to make a sphere and then you just smash it. And there we go. And you make the cactus. Oh, that'd be actually fun to do with clay. Just make a cactus out of clay. In here, smash it. See, making these forms. There's one, and then make another one and put them together. Make a cactus. Probably have to put toothpicks in here because it won't stay too well because it comes to a point and you can't really attach it. You see, then it gets thick. But if you want a point, you would probably put toothpicks in it. That'll work. All right. Have fun with clay. We should have a clay day. All right. I'm just putting cross hatching over it. That's all I'll do. You can get lost in this. You can just or it can be boring. It's like, oh, okay, already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it up to you. I'll do it really quick. If you want to finish this another day or come back to it, or just leave it cross hatched, that's fine too. All depends on you. kind of have to listen to yourself and then not listen to yourself. Your feelings will get you into trouble. Let your feelings guide you, but not direct you. Sometimes you want to draw stuff and sometimes you don't feel like drawing. That's like things. Sometimes you got to draw even if you don't feel like it. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes you got to do things that don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
And sometimes you don't. Mouths, cats. A little nutty. The nutty professor here, the drawing professor.
Eladio, would you believe that I had a friend who lived in Pennsylvania who grew cactus and sold them to Home Depot?
Wow, that's awesome.
He would truck them in from Westchester, Pennsylvania to the
Huh.
Home Depot until they stopped ordering from him. And that
Oh,
was the last I ever saw of him.
oh,
But it was fun while it lasted.
yeah. Huh, interesting. Yeah. Until they met their quota. Nobody was buying the cactus anymore. That's neat though. Should do that. Grow my cactus out to Home Depot. I think my lines here are a little further away. I think maybe these could be stars actually. Yeah, see the pattern. You got to see the pattern. Pattern. A lot of patterns in nature. And then there you go. With the cactus, Home Depot cactus story. There's no place like home. Depot. There we go. There we go. Little stars. All right, there's our cactus. There's our first one. Then there's this other one. I don't know what this one's called. They all have their names, I'm sure. That one up there is a little complex. We're just going to do this other one. This kind of reminds me of last week's bell drawing because it's got, let's put the structure in. It's got this, and then it's got this. It's kind of like our bell. Oh, at an angle, a little more at an angle. There we go. We got some up on top, but I'm seeing the shape here. I see the shape, and then getting, there we go. This kind of like open flower kind of shape there, and then they go up pretty high. Let me bring this down. This is the one that's next to that cactus. I'm doing the bottom row. The bottom row again. We've been doing the faces. All right, and there's a lot of interesting overlapping and underlapping, but this shape, it really, again, starting off with that oval shape, and then you've got these leaves, I guess, cactus leaves. Let's see, there's the two on the ends, and we got a whole bunch in the middle. There's really actually just, there's two main ones in the middle. Let's see, let's try to capture the tips. Say the tips kind of go in this shape here like this. This does remind me of the bell what we drew last week, because this would be that, and then you have this, and it is kind of like a bell shape, really open, split open. All right, so I'm getting the whole overall shape of it. There's two that are main that are in the middle. That are these two main ones are the tall ones. There's like two like right about there. There's two, and then there's two off the side out there. 1, 2. And then I got an extra one over here. And then another one over here. Trying to get all the leaves, and then another one over here that actually kind of goes beyond. Yeah, one step beyond. We might have to go a little higher. Right in there. So I'm getting the placement of all my cacti. And it's hard. You're gonna have to see it in parts and whole. I do see these two ones that are here. These two that are here. And then from there, I kind of went off and captured the placement of the other ones. Let's get this one. Actually, this is a main one now. So we have our two here, and this one, interestingly enough, is in front of these two. So here, this one. So we've got this one, this one. This one's like further back. This one here, this third one. So you have these two that are in the middle. This third one over here is sneaky. It comes in here and is in front. So it goes kind of in front here. A little bit of a curve, S curve. Looks like an S. right in here. And then it comes to a point and it tapers. This is a really nice, thin, long taper. Every stroke, every inch, millimeter, it gets wider and wider as it comes down. Fascinating. So we have our first line, kind of like an S shape. And then you have this other one that kind of comes, as it comes down, it tapers. It tapers open. There's that tapered tail hidden right in our cactus, right under our nose, right in there, kind of like that. There's that. And there's still the two cactus, the two ones on the side are actually are in front of that one. So it's hard to see because there's a rock right here, but they're definitely the other ones to the sides are in front of this one. So let's do the ones on the side. I'm going from front to back. Try to sometimes think of a sequence. What goes first? What goes second? What's the how? How is it put together? This goes from, and then again, another tapered shape as it comes out. So more than just drawing lines, we're really drawing shapes. You really have to see the shape. You really have to see the shape when you're drawing. This is next level stuff. You're not just drawing lines, you're drawing shapes. You kind of almost have to draw one line first, like here, this one, as it comes up like that. And then when you're drawing the second line, kind of keep an eye on that first line and draw that shape as it tapers, because it's wide. And then as it goes up, it gets thinner, and it's a tail. So it's a little bit of a shift in it as it tapers to a point. Bam, right there, like that. Tapered tail. So I would call these. Started calling these maybe about a month or two ago. Actually, about 3 months now, maybe even 4. Time just flies when you're having fun. Tapered tails. Yep. Ponytails. Here we are, another tapered tails. All right, there's a 3. Is that an agave? I think it is. I think that is an agave. It could be. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know my cacti that well. Agave, and there's the other one. Yeah, the agave. That's where the yeah. There's some that are similar. Yeah, it would be actually interesting to be a. I'm sure they have a name, because you have your different horticulture names, people who study plants, and you have your, sure, everybody has a name. Some people that just study roses. You have another people that just study cactus, cactologist. All right, here's the next one. We're going from right to left this time. This cactus right here, this one is going here. It doesn't taper. Curves up, goes at, and then it comes back right in here like that. There's a taper, but right in here, it's kind of almost parallel. And that's the wider one. All right, and this goes behind. It goes behind this cactus. I'm trying to go from front to back. Front to back. If we're doing that, then that brings us to this one here. This one. This one is the first, the two middle ones. This one on the left is kind of in front. So we're gonna go here and bring it out and out into that space. Right in there, kind of like that. Oh. Looks like a sea anemone. I think the color, and then there's little texture here too. And because I know there's little spikes at the tip of these things. Some of this detail is really hard to see. And the color variations in there too, the little yellow spots that are in there, really nice, the way it's colored. But yeah, it's beyond our scope, beyond our pencil for this drawing, beyond its capabilities in our time right now. But it's all right. We're getting it as close as we can. Yeah, because it would be nice to do it with some other materials. Sometimes you're limited by your materials, and you got to understand that, like, oh, I want it to be more like what I see. But it's okay. It's sometimes it's the materials, and sometimes it's practice. Sometimes you got to just practice a little more. Yeah, but it's understanding that is I don't think I drew that right. Understanding that is takes practice where the limitations are. And you butt up against it like, oh, okay, wait a minute. If I want it to look more like that, I'm gonna have to use a different material, or I'm gonna do it a different size. But it's good to copy. It's good to say, hey, that's what I'm trying to shoot for. That's what I want it to look like. Why isn't it looking like that? And kind of reflect upon it, like, oh, okay, it's because of the width of this, or it's too wide, or it's okay. And don't get upset about it. Don't you can't, if you want to try it again, give it another go. But give it another go and then let it go. Just let it go. It's like, okay, next time, my next drawing. It's always about the next one. Always about the next one. And just enjoy the journey. Drawing for fun. Yeah, the lessons. You kind of go over the lessons, but sometimes you got to stage, you got to focus on one of the things. For example, like ratios. Focus on ratios for a while. Placement. This next one comes out from this direction, right in here, fits right in here, like right in there. It's almost a triangle. It doesn't taper. It doesn't twist too much. It's almost like a triangle right in there. Okay. There's a little bit of a twist, but if I say it's a triangle, I'm putting a little bit of a curve on it, right in there like that. There we go. The shading. I'm already shading without talking about the shading. And this is in the front, and actually, what's really cool about this one is the dark it goes dark in the center, and then it's light on the ends. And light on the ends, like right in there. Same thing with that one. And then this one here is lighter. It's behind. This one, we're almost done. 2 more to go. 2 more tentacles. 2 more leaves. All right, let's see. Yeah, this one is going up right in there, right in the middle. And it's actually lighter. I'm going to shade it lighter. So I'm just going to go a little bit lighter. Pencil control right in there. Not as dark as that over there. It is in the back. And this is in front, behind. And then the last one curves out like to the a shark fin back there like that. And here, right in there. All right. Something. I'm not exactly happy with it, but it's okay. Doesn't look. I'm missing the form a little bit. Nah, that's all right. I think the form isn't all there. It's okay. Put the rocks. You got a rock here. Let's rock out. The rock is cool. It just really, it's the shape, and it has a shade in it. There's a shade in front of it. It's the rock. Same thing with this other rock on this other side. You have the shape, and then it's just 2 shapes, the light top and then the side where the light's not hitting it as much. You got another little rock back here. And that one actually is only a little bit of shadow on the left side right there. Bam. There we go. All right. Let's one more cactus and then we're done. This one's going to be easier. Well, let's zoom out. Did I draw that? Was it in my camera? I don't know. Oh, well. There it is. Last cactus. Catch that. Here we go. So yeah, we're going to get this shape here. Now, this is where ratio really kicks in. How wide is this to how tall it is, right? Right? Because if you make it thin, if I make it too long, I can make it wider. And this is where you're just playing with ratios. You're really just playing with ratio, right? If I'm running out of space, then I have to make it thinner, and that actually that can make it that changes the proportions and changes the scale, changes everything. So if I were to make it wider, right, then I would have to make it longer. I make it thinner, I can make it smaller. But you got to see the ratio. And it's pretty thin and long. Right. So we got that one long main, there's the main cacti, the main leaf. Then you got some interesting rock formations down here. Yeah, don't worry about them. Little rocks. Little Rock, Arkansas. So now once I have that, then I can actually see how the other cacti kind of attach itself. There's one over here, scribbling it in as it comes in. Then there's two that are attached, one here and then another one behind, back in there, one up in here. Maybe a little closer, a little higher. Can make it thinner too. Trying to see the ratio of it, the height and the width. See if I need to make it longer or thinner, actually. Thinner. Thinning it out. See if I make it thinner. I think it's a little more accurate. Then, oh, this one's shooting out from right in here. Right in there. Yeah, I'm just sketching it in. I'm just sketching it in and not really describing too much. I'm just kind of drawing it. All right, that's good enough. Okay, the placement and everything. This one is attached. Though we're going to go from left to right. This one actually goes over our centerpiece, our first piece, our main cactus. This one goes over a little bit. There's a little bit of overlapping and the way it's attached. And then it comes up. And I'm just going to go around my sketching. See all my sketching that I had and go around it. Well, there we go. That's good. There's a lot of lines in here. So if you mess one up, you can just put all the lines back in. Another line. There we go. No erasing. I'm just drawing here. These lines kind of, I don't know what they're called. They're these ridges. These little ridges. See that little bit of overlap right there? Bam. Bring that up. Then the next one, this one's behind. It's kind of like sticking out. Se está asomando. Right here. To right there. It's not as tall as that one. Right in here. Right in there. Bring it back. Little ridges. You know, my ridges in there. And it gets darker. And actually, for contrast, I'm going to shade it all in because it's behind here. But right at the edge, oh my, I'm not drawing straight today. That's okay. Right at the edge, it's a little bit darker. A little bit darker. So I'm shading it right at that edge. And then try to erase the little mistake. There we go. Let's get these ridge lines better. These ridge lines, you can really see them in there. So there we go. Kind of getting the feel of it. I'm not really shooting for accuracy. I'm just seeing where it would kind of like breaking up the space. Yeah, that's good. All right. Yeah. Some colored pencils. Ooh, green would look nice. I'm just sharpening this pencil real quick. All right. Whew, my gosh. Another year. Another year's quickly coming behind us. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. All right, we're going to skip the center one. We're going to go to the right. This one that's right in front. This has overlapping. It's in front. It's right in front of this cactus, and then it sticks out just a little bit. It's lower than this one, so it's lower. So I'm here. So I got to see where I'm aiming for. Right in there. It's a little bit lower. Right in there. Block it in. I'm blocking it in. See how it fits, how it comes in. See the overlapping. If I have my X-ray vision, I can see the one behind it and how it attaches to it right there. Right there. See that one? Bam. And then it's darker on the left. But let's see if I can shoot this one a little more accurate. It's got these ridges. I'm trying to get the contour of it, the cross contour, the way they kind of go on there. Yeah, it's getting late. My lines are getting all wavy. It's all right. Wavy. Davy. Yes, Davy. 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 That's one of my favorite animations on Saturday mornings. Davy and Goliath. Davy. Talking dog. Yeah, that dog's name was Goliath. All right. They always had little lessons, but I love the animation. It was stop motion animation. All right, here we go. Shade it and just put shade. I'm just shading a little bit to give it a little bit of a roundedness. Yeah, sometimes I shade at the end. Most of the times I shade at the end. Here I'm shading as I go. All right, let's get the center out of the way. So let's get this middle cacti. I'm gonna do the outline all the way around as I go and over. Oh, what's up with my lines today? Why did the mushroom go to the party? Because he was a fun guy. If you're not laughing now, you'll be laughing later. Why did he leave the party? Why did the fun guy leave the party? Because there wasn't much room. I'll be here all week. I'll be here all year. All right, now I'm just gonna do these lines. Here we go. Interesting thing about jumping from cactus to tumbleweed. Tumbleweed is known as the Russian thistle. Actually, it is a Russian thistle. It came from Russia. It's not native, although it's out in all the westerns, but it's not native to the Americas. All right, so all these lines here are really interesting. They curve up to the top and kind of meet at a point up here. They do that on all these here. So if you could do that, great. If you can't, it's all right. Just get it to go up. But they should kind of, as they come up, kind of curve and go to a point at the tip. All right, one more to go and we're done. One more to go. I don't know who requested. Who requested cacti? Okay, I'm just outlining it now first. Trying to get the shape and the form. And then all the other lines just kind of fall inside. So there we go. There's that line. I'm trying to, yeah, why don't we do a little bit of methodical planning here. We're going to do the center line first. The one that goes up the middle, right up. There we go. And then all these other ones, I kind of, there's a little bit of taper at the top. That's interesting, but not as much. Right in there. The next one, right in here. I didn't breathe too much of that paint I was scraping today. All right, get one more line in there. I think you squeeze it in. It should be close. They should be closer together at the edges. Yeah, and maybe even a little bit of shading at the edges because make it rounded. There we go. There's our cacti. All right, 3 cacti. What's next? Moving along. Ooh, look at that one. And this one has more detail. Well, I guess let's do it. Let's do this one. Should I show it? All right, so this one we'll just go ahead and draw it really quick. It's a sphere. It's a circle. And then there's it does come out just slightly. So we're starting off with a circle, coming down just slightly. And then this is the bottom. It is in a pot. So the pot goes around around here. It's time to speed it up. Let's speed it up. The pot, and this one's going to be a little bit more intermediate. So I don't know, intermediate beginning, because this oval is really important to see. Practice your ovals, looking for them, drawing them. They're everywhere. It's a circle in space, and it's just that oval shape. You got to look at them and draw them. And then here we go, other sides. And then we echo this side here and bring this bottom there. This is a cylinder. This is actually intermediate because we're talking about form here. Form here, form. This angle here, just slightly a little closer. Get that pot there. And let's close it up as well. It's a tapered cylinder. It tapers. It's not a tapered tail. And then there's two kinds of shadows on it. There's one shadow that kind of comes out here. And then there's the other shadow that kind of the shadow of the shape itself. And it's also echoed over here, but I don't know what's causing this shadow. That maybe just curves a little bit right in there. And shade it all in real quick. Yeah, I'm picking up the speed. There's an inside, and then actually there's a thickness to this. There should be a thickness to the top. So I'm going to do a little bit of a donut. I'm going to bring it in a little bit. Here. Right there on the inside. See, this is a oval on the inside. And there's that. And then it would be a different, just a little bit of a color tonality. The inside here, we've got another thing on the inside here. So this is the wall that's on the inside, and right under that wall is the dirt. So we're going to do this little wall there. I'm going to shade it in. Shade that wall. Shade this wall. I'm going to shade my dirt as well. Oh, the dirt is shaded. There's a lot of shading in here in this drawing. All right, we got our cactus. Let's draw the cactus here though. Let's zoom in, because there's magic is going to happen here on this cactus. Take a look at the pot. I'll give you a second to finish up the pot and catch up as we see the light's coming from this side, so it doesn't have a shadow, but the shadow would probably be something in here like that as well. Coming down on the side. Let's see, it would be coming that way and that way. It depends on the light source. If it's the sun, then these lines would be parallel. But or it could actually be going off that way. From here that way. It could be going back. All right, let's draw this cactus. It is there's a lot going on here. All right, so there's one line down the middle. There's another line, and this is where we really get a sphere. It's almost like a hot air balloon, actually. Hot air balloon, like that. And then we've got another shape that kind of comes around right in there. Almost like a pumpkin as well. Right in there, right in there. Slices of an orange. See, all those are good practice for your sphere. And once you understand that, you can draw those other things. You can draw those other objects. One will help you draw the other one, but you got to practice. You got to practice drawing hot air balloons. You got to practice drawing pumpkins. You got to practice drawing spheres. There's no need to sphere. There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Draw the sphere. Oh, all right, cool. So there's that one, and then this one just breaks off. Actually, there's really, how many slices? If this was an orange, this is all one slice right here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 slices. All right, let's see. I'm gonna erase this side because this side is in the light. It's in the light. I gotta get another eraser. There we go. There's a lot of rendering in this one. There's a lot of shading, right? So we're going to go from left to right. There's a lot of shading, but you should have this form here. There's a lot of shading. So all this on this side, this last slice is one shadow, one value. It's not as dark as my dark is dark. but it's probably one of the darkest darks. All this slice back here is one value right in there. Bam, see all that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of variant to it. A little bit of darker, where? I don't know. Oh, I'm not going to mess with that. It's almost a hairy cactus. Looks like hair, but it's kind of coming out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, a little spike there. There's 1 spike there. There's looks like 2 or 3 spikes in here. It's hard to tell, but they're not. They're light. They're light. They go light, and you want to try to copy it as much as you can. Look at it and try to echo what you see. Echo what you see there. There's even more that are lines that are in here that are back there. More little spikes, spines. All right, now I see 3 more. There's gonna be 1 here, 2, and 3. See, I'm kind of spotted the placement of these 3 spots right there. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. And then these lines just kind of come out from there. They kind of radiate. They radiate from these points. This big right there, that one bigger. That one there, that one there. There's a thickness to it too. These lines, there's a thickness to it. And I'm kind of like, getting them lost in there. Pip, pip, pip. Somewhere closer. Right there, something like that. Yeah, there's this really funny video. What's the name? It's a panda. No, he's a polar bear. It's a polar bear. He's he is parachuting it. Oh my gosh, always getting into trouble. But he parachutes into a bunch of cactus. Ouch, that was really painful. Like, you can actually feel it. It's like, and he's trying to fight it too. Gosh, he's always getting into all kinds of trouble. All right, so that's all kind of like one value there. Some of the spikes in here actually go a little bit darker. We can actually go darker and just actually, I don't know, putting a little bit of shade of a darker value in here, just to push that value in here just slightly, and then blend it out in here. See, I just did that. Here, this next slice, it's half shaded. So we're going to go here, just shade half of it. Not that, see, just like that. And then blend that. See, blend that slice just right at that edge. Make it a soft edge. I'm softening it up. See, I'm softening that edge as it comes up. Because that's one piece. And then we've got the spikes on it too. Let's see, we're going to add some darker spikes right in here. Some here in this spot. They should be going a little straighter. One going back that way. And one right here with 2 going back that way. There we go. Ooh. Then the centerpiece actually is shaded on the left side. So right down the middle of this piece. And then this side, I'm just going to shade right in here. And then I'm going to try to keep it light to the edge. Notice I cut it in half. And then I'm shading this half, but I'm not going all the way to the edge. I'm trying to keep that edge as an edge, not a line. It's more of a rendering. This is a rendering. This is a rendering. So we're really getting rid of lines. Really, we're trying to make edges. An edge is where one value, like here, this is one value, and there's another value next to it. So it's an edge. And these are lines on here. These are lines, but these are edges. An edge is like here, the edge of my paper. See this edge? There's no, it looks like there's a line here, but it's just white against black. There's no line there. It's just an edge. Right? That's what we're doing here. All right, so we've got our middle piece right here. Seeing the middle piece, and right in the middle piece, right here is the spikes. There's a spike there. Kind of going out that way. Little spikes, but their spaces, they're not, it's not coming out like a star. Well, it is like a star, but they're not like all from one point. There's like a little gap in there. Yeah. I'm just throwing the lines in there. I'm trying to make it look like what I see as much as I can. There's that one there. There's one there, and then there's one right above it, right in here. It's not a clear picture either, so it's not that great. I'm just kind of making some of this stuff up as we go. I'm going to go a little bit darker right here in this edge, right in between. There's a little bit of darkness in there. As we move along our cactus here. This will be the last cactus of the night, last cactus of the year. Gosh, somebody would tell me, oh, when I retired, isn't that, aren't you thinking like every time you do something, it's the last time you're ever gonna, like, no, I don't know. It wasn't really, never really crossed my mind. It's like, oh, this is probably gonna be the last time I ever, and then I heard it somewhere else too. This is probably the last time you're gonna do this. Last time, it might be the last time you ever go to the beach. It might be the last time you ever, really enjoy the moments. Really might, even though it's going to be, we know it's going to be the last time we draw a cactus this year, but, I don't know. It's really interesting. Especially as we all get older. I don't know, time goes by. Well, thank you for sharing your time with us here and just trying to draw what we see here. And enjoying it. Here we go. There's that cactus, that little spiky stuff in the road. There we go. Yeah, stream of consciousness. That's what I was calling this. The stream. I'm just talking as I'm drawing. There we go. Stream of consciousness. All right. This next one. Again, it's shaded. We're going to split it, not in half, a little bit on the left side here of that piece. And all this is shaded. We're going to put a little bit of a shade in here. The edge is where it's the darkest, and then the left side of the shape has the sharpest edge, and then the right side of the edge is a softer edge, right? So we have to kind of like keep the left side sharp. And as we do the right side, it softens up. It actually lightening it up because it's around it. The light kind of scatters. The light scatters. The photons scatter a little bit around and makes it rounded because the light's not hitting it evenly as it comes around. This side is harder edge, and then this side softens up as you go around. There it is. Bam. All right. Let's get our spikes, and these are actually off kilter. You see these two right in between those two, there's one here. Right between these two, there's one there. So it's kind of in between the last ones. Right there, right there. So this one's going to be a little bit lower. Right there. Yeah, right in there. I'm just going to go ahead and draw them in. Little spikies. Cactus, cacti. There we go. Try not to make them, I'm trying not to make them look like spiders. I'm actually fighting it. I'm like, okay, I can't make it not look like a spider. I got to make it look, okay, I'm try to capture what I see. Really fighting it because I'm looking back and forth. There's one main line here. Especially if I wanted to make it look realistic. This is actually pretty rendered piece. It's pretty quick, but even still, they're capturing the light and the way the light hits and bounces and is around it. Here we go. Let's go to the next little set of spikes here. Probably taking the most time. I'm just throwing them in now. And then up here, trying to make it fit. There we go. This next one there. There we go. All right. Almost there. All right. We're down to the last little stripe here. And we've got, let's see, where are my people? Participants.
There's been a request for a reposting of the cactus picture.
Oh, okay. Oh, this one. I don't think I posted this one. Thank you. I got a secretary. Oh, I love this potted one. Oh, great. I'm glad. I love this potted one. I was a little late tonight and missed it. Oh, could someone? Oh, okay. I don't know if I did post it. Yeah, it's a cute little cactus. And the shading, actually, we're getting into something a little more advanced here. The shading. This is more like, okay, you're understanding the structure, and now we're getting to play, and we're getting to do the icing on the cake. The icing, the little shading, and the little. This comes after. This comes after you're kind of, or yeah, somewhat. Once you have a good handle of your drawing, then kind of need to know where your priorities are, where your focus is. Your first focus is when you're drawing is trying to capture the structure, then understanding shapes, and then understanding form, and then then get into the shading and into the giving it, and then color. All right, so again, like this one we did, this edge is going to be hard, and then it goes out soft. So this side is going to be a hard edge, and then as you go out, soften it up. Bring up your pencil, don't push as hard. Bring it up, bring it up, bring it up, as it goes out soft. As it goes out soft, there we go. There it is. And it's just controlling the value control. Value control, because he's a value guy. Value. There we go. I'm going to put some more spikies. I feel that needed some right there. All right, let's get the last spikies in on the right side. There's some here. Right, actually, let me just point the points where they're going to go. There's going to be one here, one here, one here, I think. Yeah, what about there? This one's going to be a big one. One there, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. And then a fourth one down here. There we go. That's it. There we go. That's our little cacti. All right, let's get these in here. There's like I would really get my pencil and really, because they're pretty thick. They're not that thin. I would right at this edge work my pencil down. So it's kind of thick. So it has a thick line. Right. Work that pencil down. And that way the line, there we go. See that thickness? The line thickness almost just is in there. Instead of drawing it twice, I'm getting a thicker line. It's coming out right there. And there's one. There's another one. And then just try to look at it. And actually, this one's on a little bit on the inside. It's on the inside. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. And the last one. There's one going up and one going straight out. Right in there. The direction, the angle of these lines. Try to capture those angles, the thickness. There it is. There's my cacti. I'm keeping it. I'm going by it. There we go. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is a little more advanced. Yeah. Yep. But that's good. Take on the challenges. Take on the challenges. If you don't get it, that's okay. That's the whole thing. I came across a whole video talking about that. That's where the learning is. That's where the it's like, okay, boom, and then just keeping at it till you get it. Yep. All right. At least you know where you're at. You gotta know where you're at. All right. Let's see what's next. Oof. How many drawings? Oh, we got water. We got water next. Oh, there's some more cactus. I'm all cacked out. Ooh, this one actually. Ooh, this one's. We'll go with this one. This landscape. I like this landscape.
Eladio, before you move on, I happened to have looked away when you were drawing the shape of the pot, the top.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm having the most difficulty, and I just looked away.
Sure. I'll do it again.
So that is like, to me, that is the biggest challenge. I had a lot of fun drawing those little spikes. That wasn't hard, but I just can't get that shape.
Yeah, it's that same oval shape that you see as a circle. If you see a circle, it's an oval in space, right? So it's that's oval in space. So let's do it again. All right, I'm gonna do it pretty quick. All right, so it's that oval. That's where we're building upon that, right? And all I did was I got my oval in first, and then I got my angles, my two angles, and I didn't talk about the symmetry because I kind of like automatically did it, and it really is repeating a lot of stuff that I do. That's why we just practice drawing the lessons. And then from here, I actually did a donut. I went inside the thickness. There's a thickness in here. So just inside our first oval shape, I did another line right inside. And this is the top of the pot. There's a thickness to it. So it's that thickness that kind of comes around, and then trying to keep that top of the pot. There it goes as it comes around. Oh yeah, and then the cactus, which I kind of cut out here. So there's that. And then where the dirt is, right? This is this line here. This line echoes this line here. These lines above it, they kind of echo, they kind of go parallel, they kind of go around in that direction as it comes around. And if it were see-through, it would be like that. There we go. And it's higher up here. So it actually, if it was inside, there's a dirt level that kind of goes right in there. The dirt level, the dirt level. And then the shading wise, it's I think it was dark here. There, and then I don't know if the dirt was darker. I don't think so, but I'm going to make it darker this time. Right in there. And because it's rounded, a lot of times the shading is rounded. It doesn't, or not flat. There's a gradient. It goes from dark to a light, or a light to a dark in here. There it is. All right, there it is. Oh, and hopefully that helps.
Okay, hold on just a second. I want to take a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. And then another thing I kind of didn't do is the shading in front. So this would be shaded in front as well. Yeah, but this is just form. This is just form. All it is, it's a cylinder and a cone together, because if actually can go down to as a cone, as a cone, if we're to continue. So it's in between a cylinder and a cone. It's a silicone. It's a cone. It's a.
Can I show you what I did?
Sure. Let's take a look. Let's take a break. All right. Hold on. Let me highlight you. Right. There we go. All right. Oh, very nice. Oh yeah. Oh, yours look nicer than mine. The finger. It's like, hey.
Okay, thanks. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. And I like the way you went bold in your shading. All right, let me share my screen. Let me stop spotlighting you. Yeah, there we go. Share my screen, and we're gonna go with this one. This one's really interesting. Speaking of shading, this one's got some shading in it. Look at that. All right. I feel my battery's giving out. What time is it? It's already 8:30. It's gonna be 8:30. It's been a long day for me. Ooh, I've been at it since like 7. Went to Home Depot. Yeah, Home Depot. All right, let me see what's next.
See any cactus?
Yeah, I probably just I walked in and out. I went to get what I usually do. No, it was interesting. They were working on the parking lot. So I don't know. I didn't do a little video. I don't know where it went. And these landscapes are really nice. I mean, this is really a lot of texture.
Enoch's the one who requested water, so maybe he wants to pick which picture.
Oh, Enoch, is he still here? Oh, there he is. He's right there. I don't know which one. I was thinking of doing this one because it's the most simple one. Doing that one first, and then if Enoch wants to choose one, we can do one. But
You can choose anything you like.
anything you like. Yeah, I like that. And then there's that one. That one's interesting. But you see, got to think about what are you trying to capture? What are you having struggling with? Like, you know, that's the whole thing. It's like that's what you should come to.
That,
This one.
sorry, that one's near my house.
Oh, is it really? Wow.
Yeah.
When's the party? No, I'm just kidding. This this is nice. I like this one actually. This is actually pretty nice. It's already broken down. This is already a drawing. That's pretty neat. It's got some perspective on it. Here's another drawing. Wow.
Our beaches are as pretty as Californians, but they're colder.
Ah, what beach is that?
Well, I'm in Central Oregon. So, well,
Ah.
not Central Oregon, Central Oregon coast.
Up north. North of us. And there's the
Oh,
historic.
we have the Brooklyn Bridge, what can I tell you? And Coney Island.
The babies. All right. Okay, so we've got okay, we'll do a landscape and then a baby. We'll do a baby. We'll finish the night with one of these kids. I don't know, they're all cute. They're all cute. All right, let's do. Oh, and the historic 66. I can break this one apart real quick. I don't know who somebody posted it. So actually, I don't know if this person's here. F. Elliott's here. We can do it. All right, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny. This is a tough one. We got a lot to choose from. I like that one. This one, the first one that I liked was because it's so you can see like here they're talking about texture and doing water. That's really neat. That's actually really,
I like that one with the dock.
like the one with the dock.
The
Yeah,
one
and
with
this one's really hard because the detail's not there. There's a lot of you like the one with the dock too. I know which one you were talking about. The one that I like, that one. Yeah,
that one, yeah.
Yeah, but isn't that picture of Multnomah Falls beautiful?
Yeah, it is. It is amazingly beautiful. But capturing that in a drawing is going to be because it's not really clear, but it's really amazing. I mean, you can, yeah. Wow, is it a
That's not really a dock. What would you call it? Number 17. It's number 17, the photo.
oh, it's like a pier?
Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah. I mean, I like it because of the perspective.
The perspective and the
Trying to get,
texture.
trying to get everything right.
The texture that they're
But
getting.
I'm okay with anything else if whatever
Okay.
you want.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to do this other one first because it's simpler, and then we'll probably do that one. And I like the textures in here. Really, we're going to do that one. But the textures in here and the way they talk about these waves, this page is really good, and this would be a really good practice because you can see the patterns, the different patterns, and the different wave patterns. I don't know where this came from. Ellen found it, but yeah, you can see this. And this is figure 5 is a water surface expressed with smaller concave strokes linked into length of shallow, and then this figure 6 is multiple dark wavelets. This 7, that's definitely really nice. I actually drawn every single one of these. The kind of surface may appear on water of some depth, not on shallow water. Yeah, this is really neat. All the different water forms and water shapes. Very neat. Would be fun to do. All right, my batteries though. My batteries. All right, let's do this one. Here we go. Let me copy the address, image address. Let's put it in the chat. Oh, I have some chat here. I'm running out of lead on my pencil. I'm going to leave, but I had a lot of fun. This is an amazing group with a very talented. Oh, you're welcome. I'll catch you guys next time. All right, Zoom user, zooming out. Happy New Year. All right, there we go. There's this one. All right. And thank you for the compliment. All right, here we go. All right. So I'm just gonna block the big shapes in, and I'm just gonna block them in. There's a lot going on here, but you got to see this, the parts and the whole, the parts and the whole. There's this big shape here, 1, and it's broken down into smaller shapes, and then you've got this big shape over here, 2, right? And it's broken down into 3. Got to learn to see the parts and the whole. parts in the hole in the parts, and how it all fits, and almost being able to zoom back and forth. It's like focusing. It's kind of really interesting being to see these big shapes and then breaking it down into smaller shapes. So that's basically it. Here's our focal point. This is emphasis. This is one of the principles of art. We don't really talk about the principles too much, but principles come in when you start composing, start putting your artwork together, and start thinking about where things go, not just drawing things, but where things go, how they flow, how they move around, movement, you know, and it really expressing yourself. All this stuff is like next level, and really, you know, trying to say something, trying to do something with all these parts, and having the viewer's eye kind of flow through this. Your eye would flow down here and kind of down to this, and then come back to this foreground, back to this, and then back this way. You know, and all these angles coming down. Really interesting piece. All right, I think we'll do this one. I broke it down for you. Not a lot, but just so you can see the big pieces. Running out of batteries here. Let's keep it going. All right, here we go. All right, and this helps too. This helps because when you're drawing it out, you can just say, okay. It really helps blocking, because you can actually do something like this really big or small. Spotlight myself. There we go. You can draw this big or small, and that's actually a really good thing to do, is draw on different surfaces. So I've got all these mountains on this side, all these mountains on this side.
Do you want me to remind you to post the picture?
And then remind me to post the picture. I thought I did. Let me try post it again.
Oops.
I don't
Did
know.
you?
Yeah, it's 1920. Let me see.
I apologize.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Let me see if it's the right one. I might be in the wrong. Oh no, it's the right one. That is, I did. Post it again. All right, here we go. So you got all these mountains there, all these mountains over here, a little bit smaller. They got the water right in here. Then you got another set of land down here. Then you got the rocks, and of course that little boat. Boat's going to be right about there. See, I'm just drawing a circle for the boat, where it's going to kind of go right in there. All right, I'm happy. Doesn't take much. All right, so we got our first mountain, the big mountain right in here. It's a really big mountain, and it's triangular. It's got all these little bumps and stuff on it, but I mean, it really is just this triangle that's there. And we take that triangle, then we take bites out of it. We're going to take bite out of crime here. There's that triangle. Then you got three more over here. You got three of them that are together. They're really close together. 1, 2, 3. This one's probably, it's going off the page. That 1, 2, 3, right in there. Then you got one that's like right in here. And I'm not worrying about, you know, the detail. I'm just seeing the big shape, the detail. I can fit it in. I can take those little bites afterwards. See, we're going from general to specific. There it is. There's that. There's going to be one tree right here. Oh, let's get the mountains on this other side. You see that, how quickly I just broke that into all those mountains right in there. And this one has 3 little ridges. And this comes down to here. Actually, there's a little bit of overlap. I'm trying to see how they connect. So this one comes down here, and then here, that one there, right there. And there's 1, then there, and then 2, and then 3. And up and around. There it is, right there. And then the trees, there's 1 tree there, 1 tree here, up there, another tree there. There it is. That's the 3rd tree right there. And there's 3 more trees. Hey, what's going on? Well, that was weird. Oh, one of my favorite singers. I came across this girl. She's really amazing. I was blown away, and I've been her name is Ali Sherlock. Anybody hear of Ali Sherlock? Anybody? Bueller? She's amazing. All right. Anyways. All right. So here we go. I don't know why she came up. She just came up on my screen, but I came across her and she was like amazing. All right, so we've got this row of water here, and then we've got the boat that's below that. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to bring it a little bit lower now. Right there, I can see that boat. I thought that was gonna be my bottom, but that's gonna be my top of my boat. See, I'm using that line as the top instead of the bottom. That's the bottom. That's the bottom of my boat. You gotta just make those little adjustments, and you learn how to, solve these problems. Really, it's like, oh man, I did too high. I'm not gonna draw that line again. I'm gonna use that as the top of my boat. And then I'm going to make a new bottom. All right, so yeah, it's a little problem solving there, solving that problem. But a lot of people get stuck and like, oh my gosh, I did, and then they erase and like, nah, just make a new bottom. All right, so that'll be the top. All right, so
Claudia, we have a request for you to slow down a smidge.
oh, okay, thank you. All right. Yeah, I'm going a little fast, but that's because it's later in the evening. I don't want to lose anybody either. All right. And we still have to break these because there's a lot going on in these mountains. I'd have to break these into smaller parts. All right. Wow, maybe we should a little more alley. Let's see, a little more alley. Oh my gosh, with another man. Oh yeah, gotta slow down. Gotta smell the flowers. Gotta give them to. All right, so here we go. All right, so we got our first set of mountains there, broken them up into smaller sets. Then we got this other set of mountains over here, broke it into 3. And then down here, we got 3 more, like right in the foreground or middle ground, actually still middle ground. And this is all space. So, it's a good time to talk about space, how artists create space. Things that are lower are closer, things that are further back go further back. That's one of the things. Actually, I call it space pods. That's placement. All right. Okay, so there's 3 mounts right here. Pods. Jumping from thing to thing here. Actually, that would be good. I'm going to break these into 3, and then I'm going to talk about space pods a little bit, how artists create space. And here's one of them. Here's a tangent for you. I saw my tangent prison here. That's why we need to break this up. This goes up a little bit higher. Right there, we gotta make that a little bit lower because it's closer, right? Instead of being in the same plane, we gotta tell our viewer, hey, this is further back. There it is. So there's 1, 2, and then this one actually the drawing does kind of like line up a lot. I would break that a little bit more. It's instead of having that tangent really right, even if it's just a little bit. They do have it a little bit, but in the drawing, this one actually does push a little too close. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit using my artistic knowledge and my artistic license. So do that. And then I think each one of these has a tree on it. Each one of these has a tree. So there's 1 tree here. It's about that big. It actually goes into this space. Ooh, how it fits in there. I just moved it over, because it fits in this space right there. There's 1. This one's a little bit smaller. And then this one right in here is bigger. Right about there. That's good. I think that's pretty much all blocked out except for the rock that's up in the foreground. There's a rock right here, and then rock over here right next to it, and then another rock over here. If you can smell it. Smell what the rock is cooking. My son didn't know that. I'm like, what? You got to look it up. We were talking about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And he goes, oh, can you smell what the rock is cooking? And he goes like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? I thought you knew. I'm like, oh, it makes me feel older. Hey, God, stop it. Somebody stop it. Anyway, you don't know. Look it up. He used to be a wrestler. That used to be his little tagline. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? All right, it's all blocked out. I'm going to go ahead and now go into the detail. I'm just going to do it. So I tried slowing down. If you're watching the video, I don't think I put up the videos, Tuesday's video up. I've been just running around. Tuesday's video of faces. Actually, they came out pretty good. I don't know. These aren't them. Oh, I don't have that, but we did a whole row of faces. I'll put them. I'll see if I can put them up to tomorrow. Now I'm gonna be running around again. See if I put them up tonight. Yeah, actually, I might be able to. All right, let's start off with this mountain and then go from left to right. Let's go from left to right. There's a lot of bumps and stuff like that. I'm just gonna draw them. I'm not gonna describe them because I'll be here all night. And I know, just do the best you can. I know, speed it up. Speed it up. I'm just kidding. What does the saying go? It's take your time, hurry up. All right, here we go. Take your time, hurry up. So I'm putting the little bumps that go in there as it goes up and down. And I think I messed that one up, yeah, because this one streaks a little bit more and then it bumps before it hits this mountain, but it's all right. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just trying to get the little bumps and the curves, little detail. The curved tops, they curve, the tops are curved, and all those little bumps. This is where blind contour drawing really helps come in, because you're really, I'm doing more of the looking at the picture that I'm copying instead of my paper, and that really helps me observe and try to draw what I see and get it to be in there with all the bumps and all. The bumps of road, the road of life. I like going hiking with people and talking about destiny and destinations and the path and the journey. And I've done it a couple times already when I go hiking with friends, and showing them what I see and shapes and talk about my class. Done it a couple of times. See a little bump in here, a little bump in the roads. I'm getting over the bumps and then the real bumps up here. Right. There's that one. Oh, this one has a lot more detail because there's it's closer. So let's get to space pods. Space pods, PODS. Pods is an acronym I created to help you remember how artists create space. Let's see. Oh, bump, 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 and across. See, I just saw each bump and then I put it in. I'm not describing it. I'm just doing it. So pods placement is, I already talked about. Things that are lower are closer, even if it's just a little bit, even just this close lower, it's closer as it comes down. Things that are lower are closer. Things that are higher are further back, usually. So that's placement in the plane. And then O is overlapping. There's a lot of overlapping here. So something that's in front of something, and then O is overlapping. You can see all these mountains, there's overlapping. One mountain's in front, one mountain's behind. How artists create space, overlapping. Overlapping is everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's something in front, something behind, and so on and so forth. All right, and I'm breaking down these lines into a little bit more. Like here, there's a shape right in here, this shape. And then another shape in here, and then that other shape there. So it's like 3 shapes. So then now I just go over it. Wink, 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 right there.
Do the D and the S stand for anything? For pods?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's size. Thank you for asking. Things that are closer are bigger. Things that are further back, even just this distance, you know, this hand is bigger and my fingers are bigger and these are smaller, my little pudgy fingers. So size, yeah. So things that are closer are bigger, things that are further back are smaller. So artists use size. And the curious mind, great question. That was a great pause for anticipation. Yeah, so like here, these mountains here.
We didn't get the D.
The D is detail. Detail. So things that are closer have more detail. Things that are further back have less detail.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And also dissonance. Atmospheric dissonance is another one for D, because as things go back, you lose detail, but also it changes into the color of the atmosphere. So, you know, usually a little bit of a blue, a little bit of whatever it's in the atmosphere, the things change. as well to get that a little more distance.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, let's do our last mountain here. That's actually, these are hills, and the ones on the left are mountains because these are closer but just as big, which is interesting. But scale wise, this boat is going to be one of my hills here because it almost actually like a parenthesis goes around it to emphasize that. So it goes here, and then it goes up and over like that. So let's go ahead and do this mountain or hill. These are hills. The hills, careful, the hills are alive. The hills are alive. I should make it a scary movie. The hills are alive with the sound of music. This summer, the hills are alive. All right, enough. A little bit lower here, bringing it just a little lower. They're really, really close. I mean, they're really, really close on the drawing up there. And I'm going to be careful here because the boat's in front of this hill here. So I'm going to leave that little bit of space, a little bit of gap. Fall into the gap. 8:46. We're still going just as long on these days, on these Thursdays, and still doing Tuesdays. All right. Okay, so here's my boat. Here's the width of it. Let's do it comes to a point. Let's zoom in. Slow down. Oh, am I still slow? It's still the same. I got it from 50 cactus jokes that are sharp. Alan's cactus joke. I missed it. Where is it? Oh, did I miss it? Oh. Lovely coastlines along Oregon. Thank you for this. I'm really tired, so I'm going to leave. See you next year. All right. All right. Was there a cactus joke? I missed it. I don't know. I did.
I think it said, why is it so hard to find cactus jokes? Because it's a thorny subject.
That is funny. Clever. It is a thorny subject. All righty. Okay, so the pick of the boat comes this way. Thorny subject. And then I think might have to bring this lower. It's all good. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. All right, here we go. We still got to draw a baby. We're gonna draw one baby, and then we'll call it a night. The baby's gonna be a tough one. I don't know. We'll see. I'll let you vote. Should I let you vote? I don't know how we're gonna do this. All right, yeah, because I'm feeling it. So there's the shape of my boat. It was two parallel lines, and then I added this like triangle that kind of sticks up on one side, and the triangle on this side as well. And then it's all shaded in. I was going to talk about shading on this one. There's different values. Be interesting to just on your own try to shade it the best you can. Really interesting shading stuff going on. Same thing as our other cactus that we shaded. It's got a sharp edge, and then it goes soft, right? So I'm going to leave that for homework for you to figure out. Give you something to do. You can't just do all the drawing here. You got to draw on your own. All right, and here we have a triangle. It's actually a curved triangle because here's the point. Here's the 3 points. Here's the point, and then here's the other point, and the other point's on the and that's a tangent. I would bring it down, but in the picture it is right there. Those are the 3 points. The other point is like down here, I would say. So here it would go from here to there as a curved, and then from here to here as a curve, and then here to there as a curve, like almost like a shark fin. It's a curved triangle, like a shark fin. And then there's people on the boat. There's silhouettes. So it's a circle for the head, and then the body. And give it a little bit of character. That's the word I was looking for earlier. And then this one is looking forward a little bit, so the body's going to be a little bit to the side. I like that. There we go. Little fun people to draw in silhouettes like that. Boom. Instead of spending all day learning about anatomy, look at it. It's all just a circle and two little shapes. Whew. All right, let's get those trees in there. And I think, yeah, batteries, I can feel them. I can feel them. How can I keep your energy up when my energy's dying down? Okay, so there's like a hill back here, and it's got a name. There's a little hill right here. His name is Billy. It's Hillbilly. Ah. All right, there we go. See, you can tell it's kidding. The later he gets, the sillier I get. All right, so these are triangles. The trees are triangles, and then it's really the spacing of the little things that go on them. So you have this triangle here, probably above, and it's kind of right in there. And then I can see the peaks that are in here with some tangents. You got another tangent right there, pointing out all the tangents. There we go. There's one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's good. See, I just did little points, and then now I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it is a little bit darker on one side, on this tree, on this side of the tree. There's the shading and texture, and so there's a lot of fun stuff in this drawing. As far as texture. Oh, if I can learn to speak. There we go. The texture and shading, and all that stuff's like more, I guess, more advanced stuff. I keep saying advanced stuff, but stuff you shouldn't really. It's the icing on the cake. The cake part is the structure in the drawing. Because once you got that, then now the fun stuff is just like decorating the cake. And you're like, okay, I get that drawing stuff now. Now I'm gonna decorate my cake. I can decorate the cakes I've been making. And sometimes you got to break some eggs to make a cake. Which means you're gonna mess up, and your drawings are not gonna be great. And even your shading and all that stuff. But once you have that structure kind of down, it doesn't have to be 100% down, because you can still put icing on the. But you got to know what's important, or what your focus is. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? Okay, and see, I'm adding texture, and the side of the tree is a little bit darker. I'm gonna go darker on this side, from this left side, because the light's coming from the right. And there you go. There, see how I did it darker, and there's a little bit of texture up on top, like dividing the layers of the tree. So I'm bringing that over a little bit. And then the trunk of the tree. Hopefully I'm not going too fast, but let me zoom in so you can see what I just did. There it is. Yeah, and the shading. See all the shading here. Oh, my blade. I said I'd have my blade. Oh, and I used it today. I used my blade. This would be fun to do. I think maybe, I don't know. We're gonna definitely take like a $5 bill. And I did this in my class, this class Tuesday. So where Abraham Lincoln kind of has a smile on his face. See that smile, and then if we turn it this way, then he's all of a sudden he's serious because of the fold, and he's serious. Now he's smiling again. All righty. Now we should would be a good drawing, because everybody can get a $5 bill, or hey, let's draw it, and you can have it next to yourself, and we can draw it. That would be a good one. We're drawing faces. All right, so yeah, just shading. Good thing for shading, and I do need my blade. Where's my blade? I should have one here. But holding your pencil this way and really getting that shading right smoother. It'll get your shading smoother. As it goes all in there, and in there where your lights and darks are, and pushing it. All right, I'm gonna just do the trees. Whew. And you can really see this is an edge. This is an edge right in here. See, we talked about edges. And I'm shading in a different direction than the drawing itself. It's all good. Yep. This is good practice for shading because the shading's pretty general. It's not heavy duty shading. You got lights and darks and you got the basics of shading, but without the incredible detail. They're big chunks of shade. All right, so here's my tree. Let me get that big triangle first, the big shapes, and then the little shapes. See where the points are. Right in there, right in there, right in there. Actually, I'll mess. There we go. And just put it all in. It's actually, this one looks like it's darker. It's shaded darker. The different values. Values. What do you value? What's important? You value. I value you for being here. Given the effort. It's all about the effort. It's all about the practice. All about process. The how. How was it done? How did you do that? Going from big to small, looking at the ratios, it's all about the how. I'm missing actually there's like shrubbery and stuff back here, which I'm just kind of skipping over. As my batteries run out. Another triangle here. See this big shape right in there. Right in there. I'm just pulling them in now. Ooh. Interesting textures. Fun to do. Oh man. I need to get my drawing pencil. If we had, yeah, even this pencil would be better. I'm losing it. That's all. Oh, this one. Ooh, oh, it's a black color pencil. What's that tangent? Georgia, the jungle. Friend to you and me. Ah, watch out for that tree. Watch out for that. Some people are leaving. Oh my God, that guy's just, what is he smoking? Time to go. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. There's that one tree. All right, we got a tree. Trick or treat. It's a trick or treat. Oh, whoa, what is me? Dark brown. All right, so here's another triangle back here, right about there. And then there's like one peak there, another peak there. 1, 2, and then this. This artist really loves his tangents. 2, 3, and then there's like 2 more right below, right in there. And then, should probably be out here. Yeah, because space-wise, it should be right there. Oh, well. Oh, well, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, like the student said. He was missing my class all semester. Didn't see him. Nice kid when I'd see him. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Mr. Chavez. And then he comes. Mr. Chavez, what's my grade? I had to fail you. You've been missing. It's all good. I'm like, all right, cool. I like that attitude. It's all good. It is all good. It is all good. Like this skinny, ugly tree I'm doing. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. Well, let's do it on purpose. Let's keep it. See, I can handle the heat when things aren't perfect and things aren't the way you want them to. You gotta. It's learning to do that. Actually, it's learning to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. And sometimes things are like, I don't like it. That's okay. It's all right. It's gonna have to do. Unless you really are like, okay, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna fix it. But then you gotta learn how to let go too. It's really interesting. Like a relationship. Like, okay, I did the best I could. Sometimes you just gotta move on. Sad. I don't know, but it's easier with drawings. Like, okay, I did the best I could. Let it go. Same thing with your kids. All right. And they still call me and I tell them, hey, and they ask for help or ask for advice. I'm there. They appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's good. Especially my youngest, that little guy. He's still good though. Thank God. Thank the Lord. All right, here we go. So we got our triangle that's here, and I'm just doing it. Just drawing. Just getting in there. Not even worrying about it. Just getting the feel of it. Not even worrying about if it's perfect or not. It is lighter on the right side again, but I didn't capture it too much. I can go darker on the left side. I'm just putting it in. All right, there it is. I'm using a brown color pencil. I can't tell the difference, but it is. All right, here's my other tree right here, sitting on the dock of the bay. Oh, speaking of the dock, we still got to do the dock. Woo. That's why I want to draw fast. I want to draw everything. Slow down. Watch the video. Pause it. Rewind. Sitting on the dock with a bird, watching the tide roll away. All right, here we go. Whew, the trees are done. The shading is fun. Soon we'll see the sun. And we'll have to run because the day is done. Oh, I'm a poet. And I don't know it. You're a hack. Oh, that's terrible. You got to start somewhere. You got to hack away. And who are you to judge? People judge too much. And sometimes they judge. They think they're, I don't know. There's a sense of superiority when people judge. And we do it by accident. Actually, well, it's normal to judge, but we got to learn how to not judge so much or know when it's appropriate. Because yeah, it's the last judgment. Judging. Who's the judge? Here comes the judge. Here comes the judge. What's good or bad? What's right or wrong? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Sometimes people just talk without. It's oh man, my favorite quote is the man in the arena. It's by it's one of our presidents, but it's the man in the arena. Somebody look that up and post it. The man in the arena. Actually, I can do it, but oh, the man in it's a pretty long quote because yeah, everybody criticizes. There's a little bit of overlapping here. I'm not sure. Then the shading here. I'm not going to talk about shading. I'm just going to shade. Look at the shading. Look at the lights and the darks. The good thing with shading is to squint your eyes. Squint, 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 squint. And then see, and then my oh, you didn't see that. Yeah, I just did like that. Once you get your pencil like right, like this, oh my gosh, you can see it. Oh gosh, you can feel it. This what's happening here. When you get your pencil like just right, let's see the tip here, and it's going from thick to thin. I mean, it's just like boom. See, like oh man, it's like it's like nirvana. No, and getting your pencil to do what you want it to do. And that actually does take a little bit of, I don't know, practice. Nirvana. But we got to move on. Speaking of move on. Actually, I really like this one with the boat and a couple small figures. Yeah. Maybe put the dock at the front of the sketch. Yeah. Put the dock right here. Yeah, that's interesting. It's a good idea. I know, you know what, my batteries are giving out. We'll have to, somebody else is gonna have to post it again if they really want to post it. We did our mountains and our ocean. Actually, I didn't do the lines, our horizontal lines. Let me get our camera back. Isn't our camera back here? All right, the camera's back. There's a lot of horizontal lines in here. Right in here. All right, just around just all horizontal lines, little waves, and a little bit of a shadow underneath of the boat. There we go. I'm just gonna throw them in here. Just really quickly. Just sitting on the dock of the river, watching the tide roll away. Wasting time. Interesting. The light on this one is coming this way. Like we have two suns in this in this multiverse, in this parallel universe. Because it looks like this one has a light source coming this way instead of this way. But it's all good. It's our artistic license. But who am I to judge, right? If we're talking about judging. Let's bring that out. I'm gonna find it. Let's take a good break here. It's a good time for a break, and let's look for that quote. It's the man in the arena. Man in the arena. Brought to you by, actually, who brought light to this quote was, what's her name? She talks about courage and talks about Brene Brown. Yeah. So the man in the arena. Here's a sketch. Actually, not a sketch. It's Theodore Roosevelt. The man in the arena. It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who actually is in the arena. It's the people here who are drawing. It's the people. It's the doers. It is the doers. Okay, it's the man in the arena. It's the man whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood and paint on his hands, who strives valiantly and who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those who cold and timid souls, who neither know victory nor defeat. The timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. Yes, it's being a risk taker, taking that risk, coming out here I'm going to try to draw this. I don't care if it doesn't come out right. However it comes out, you learn from it and move on. It's going, what is it? Going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Who said that? Failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Oh, there it is. Failure without losing enthusiasm. Portraying that sense of water in the distance. Oh, yes. Let's see who said. Oh, Winston Churchill. Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. Yeah, the sense of, okay, so the sense of space here. Yeah. So getting the water a little bit closer as it's back here and smaller, and then thinking about, pods, which is placement. And then as it gets here bigger, again, getting closer, getting a little bit bigger, changing the size as it comes down here, well, just a little bit. Portraying the sense of water in the distance. Yeah. There we go. All right, you'll have to post. Whew. Oh, oh my. Mamacita, donde está Santa Claus? The vato with the bony knees coming down the street with no shoes on his feet. Nah, that's not how it goes, man. All righty. My critic, everybody's a critic. You got to know which ones to listen to. And that's the thing. I know some people have gotten famous and then they listen to critics and they actually get down, they get depressed. And the thing is, I don't know. It's some people, fame and fortune. Got to listen to your North Star. What is your North Star? What is your purpose? What are you trying to do? That's really, and if people are going to criticize, like, okay, this is my North Star. This is what I'm working on. How can you either helping me or you're hurting me? Right. So if you're not going to help, get out of the way. Get out the way. Lead, follow, or get out the way. Get out the way. All right. Little bit of soup for the soul. It's always good. Gotta get, yeah, it's positive. Gotta have a PMA. You gotta have a PMA, positive mental attitude. Sometimes sometimes things go wrong, especially when things go wrong. It's like, how do you keep your positive mental attitude? I had a blast calling it a night. All right, Carol, thank you for joining us. We're down, oof, 2 hours already. 2 hours on the drawing marathons. Thank you for joining us. Had a blast. Awesome. Good to hear. It keeps us going. All right, here we go. Let's see. What? I lost my will. Oh, there it is. That's why. Because the quote is up. All right, we're going to look at our next drawing. How many people are here? There's less than 10. No. Oh, there's still 12. We'll call it a night. All right, here we go. Let's see. Sharing my screen over there. Oh, let's do the baby and call it a night. Which baby? Oh, baby. Old Navy. Oh, old lady. Old Navy. All right, here we go. That one's cute. Sense of space. You really get the sense of space now as you start really looking at the elements. That's pretty neat. It's a little unclear. And we got a lot of stuff going on here. That one, yeah, it was neat. Post it again. Let's go to a baby. Oh, look, that's neat too. Very similar to the stuff we're doing. Very similar. Just ain't got time to do it all. Actually, I should break this one down because this one's a from a different L that posted. I'm just going to break this down. There's a little bit of perspective on this, and man, this person's not here, so we should just skip it. No, I don't know.
I could repost it next week.
Repost it next week. All right. Well, I don't know if that person's here. That's actually, oh yeah, he did. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Could you please repost? I would appreciate that. That would be good. Yeah, we'll see if we'll attack it next week. Now, which baby we're gonna do? All right, there's quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we missed that one. Oh, there's only 4 babies. And that one, oh yeah, we'll make that one 5. If you want to draw this one. Let's go ahead and we'll vote at the count of 10, at the count of 5. So know which one you want to vote for, 1 through 5. Well, I'm going to go through them again and then post it in the chat. Whichever one gets the most votes will do. All right. So this is number 5. Let's go again. So know which one you're going to vote for. Which one do you want? And if you want to vote privately, you can message me privately and you can do it that way as well. All right, so we got baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3, baby number 4, and baby number 5. We got baby number 5. So vote for your favorite baby, 1 through 5, starting now, and then don't let other votes, all right. Don't let other votes influence you. Just vote. All right. I hate when this happens. Oh, we got a tiebreaker. All right. So we got number 4 and number 1. And number 1 wins by 1. So number 1, which one was number 1? Our first baby. Ah, that one. All right. A nice soft baby. Here we go. All right. There's our winner. Dun, 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 dun. He's up for the fight. Little butterfly in his hand. All right, we're gonna draw this one then. Let's see. Oof. And call it a night. Let's zoom in and then break it apart. All right. So open copy image address. Let's do that. Let's just post it up here. I don't know, this new, ever since they started putting this new thing, I really don't like it. I don't have the control that I used to. but it looks nicer, but they don't have the control. All right, here we go. So there's that. And let's break it into parts. Let's see the big parts and analyze this and see the parts and the whole and the fractions. The fractions, yes, fractions. The fractions. Annotate. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, feel free to do it on your own. This is just the way I draw. All right, here we go. So we got, oh, definitely see the circle shape right in here, this cheek. That circle shape, look at that right in there. Right in there, right. There's a big shape. Right in there, that circle. That circle. Now, if we get that circle, notice this, that circle up here. It's that same right there. Oh, two circles at that angle. One. I so wish I could copy paste. And then we got the hands, which are just like circle shapes broken up into smaller shapes too. All right, batteries. As my batteries go out, we take on a tough drawing. All right, so yeah, I'm going to start off with this circle and notice I can use this circle and say, okay, when I do my drawing, I'm going to need another circle space up there and another circle space plus probably another a little bit more than that circle space there. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and then 4, like 4 circle spaces that way. So I'm going to draw that circle. I'm going to start off with that one, and then add all the stuff that goes on there. All right. I don't know if somebody wants to screenshot that and then post it in the chat. Yeah, that would be cool. It's been done before. I don't know. We had somebody doing it one night. It was so cool. But I'll just go ahead and post this in the chat. Here we go. Post it to everybody in the meeting. Oh, some people I think voted. Did they vote to me? I don't know. Here we go. All right, let's do this. Last drawing of the night, last drawing of the year. Woo, 12 people here. Sketchbook warriors, sketchbook heroes, hardcore heroes. Here we go. Let's do this. There we go. Around the outside, around the outside. Let's get a fresh sheet of paper. This is a little dented. Get the one below it. This is just bond paper. Just bond paper. And when you're practicing it, you can just there's so much waste. If you know anybody in an office somewhere, they have lots of scratch paper. You can use that to practice and not worry about it being perfect and just worrying, okay, this baby didn't come out. You might get little aliens. That's okay. The thing is, it's about the practice, and it might not come out the way you like, but we'll see. And plus, it's late in the day. You guys have been here. All right, so there's my one circle. My other circle above it, about at that angle. So I got my number 8. Then my space here, and I know I'm going to have enough space for my drawing, right? Because these are the 2 main circles right there, and then I have all this other space over here for my drawing. So we've got our circle here. This is going to be the main circle where the face kind of is. Did somebody post it? No, and I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I'll just have to do it by visually looking at it. All right, so this circle here is the one, it's going to be our main circle. The other ones, you can sketch them in without, it's no big deal. This one we'll get right now, the head. But this one here, try to make it as round as you can. Right in there. So see, that's round and round, round and round. Round and round. All right, so the nose is going to be right about there, about that big. It's going to be right about there. A little circle. And then yeah, that looks kind of, and then the mouth comes off of that circle and swoops down on that other circle. And it actually, there's a little bit like an S curve, a little bit of an S curve right in there. Boom. All right, and I'll slow down because this is, and I'll close up. I'll go a little closer because this is Not that easy. You want to get the size of the circle, the relationship. If you need to make this circle bigger after or smaller because your proportions are not right, you can do that. But I just put the circle for the nose as a placeholder. And then I did the lip, this lip here, and that lip, and how it fits and rests on this big circle, right? And notice how it tapers in like that. Okay, and I'll slow down because it's like the most important part right in here. It's right in here. If you nail this, everything else just falls into place. If you nail that, that's really good. All right, Carlos, until next time, till next year. We'll see ya. All right, here we go.
How do you, I'm sorry, how do you post a screenshot?
Oh, okay. So, that's a good question.
Because I can screenshot, but I don't know how to post it.
Okay. So, if you there's let me see. There's so where it says to everyone in the chat,
Uh-huh.
I think there's like a little paper with a folded corner. If you click on that, you can post it from your computer, your different things, and it'll go there, I believe. So you click on your computer and it'll look for your picture that's on your computer. Or if you have it on Google Drive, that's to share stuff. And then I don't know if you see the happy face. Oh, let me see. Happy face. Oh, I just lost my chat. Oh, baby. There it is. Yeah, well, I can do faces here. And post the face. That's something else. There's Mr. Cool Guy. Yeah, and then I have 3 dots, and that's interesting. I can save the chat. Participant can chat with no one, everyone, and anyone directly. Ooh, that's interesting. I never had that. I never knew that could happen. Nobody's ever complained. Host and co-host, huh? I've never changed that. We've had bombers, and I know I've had one person that was interested in another person, but we fixed that. But I never knew people could chat with each other. Nobody's ever complained, so I've never turned that off. I can make it so that only people can chat with me. Anyways, you guys are hardcore heroes. You guys are here not to do bad, but to do good. All right, so here we go. Let's all right, let's do this. All right, here we go. So yeah, this shape here, and it's a little of a tapered line, that tapered shapes. This the way not tapers, it curls. I call it a tail, or like an S shape. This is like a backwards S. And getting that shape, and it's like rounded in here. I mean, I see this like, I mean, this shape here, if you really wanted to get that oval here, goes in and then it goes out. And then here, the lip as well. I don't know. It's really hard to explain unless I really break it down. But it's late and I'm not breaking it down as much. All right, just doing it. I'm just drawing. We're just drawing. There's the bottom lip kind of coming in here like that. And then it goes out right in there. And then the nose, this is the nostril. And then this side, the cheek is actually coming in here right there. The nostril, this is that part of that nose there. And then this nose comes over here. As it comes back over there, and then there we go. Let me lower this. I like that nose. And it comes in, and then it swoops up, and it almost like connecting to our circle up here. Our circle up here, see the circle up here kind of goes around that top circle. And it's pretty straight, and like right in there. Now, if you're getting it, great. If you're not, it's okay. Hang in there. The thing is, it's about the practice. It really is. And just the process. We're praising the process. This is how I'm doing it. And you practice it enough. And like, oh, I see the shapes. You know, one of these days, light bulb turns on. Like, oh, I see it. I'm doing it. It's like riding a bike. You don't believe it. And it's like, oh my gosh. And then you fall. Because like, you can't believe you're doing it. and then just thing is to get back on. And
It's
then
like
keep
Dumbo flying
yeah,
a feather.
yeah. And there's a lot of soft shading in here, really a lot of soft shading. All right, there we go. That's pretty much there. Let me get the eye in there. This is the hardest part. Hardest parts. And then the hands, but that definitely what's important is this eye here. This eye is going to be right. I'm going 2 lines. There's that one, and this is the main one. This is the eyelash, kind of going in here like that. And the picture's not that clear. It's not that clear, so it's going to be yeah. There's funky stuff happening in there in the picture. And usually I'll probably add a little bit of a curl, well, just slight, and then maybe I don't know. That's actually pretty good. The length of it, I don't know how we're gonna talk about the length, but I'm just drawing it. Now there is an eyelid. The eyelid, a little bit of a curve, and then the eyeball above it. I'm kind of going up like that. So there's 2 parts to it. Oh, good. I've got a good close up. Maybe can we get closer? Oh, yes, we can. All right. So there's a little bit of a bump here, and then a little bit of this other bump and this roundedness that kind of goes up to the eyebrow. The eyebrow is almost straight and then curves around, like right in there, like that. There we go. So it's coming in straight and around. And this is really soft, actually. This is a really soft eyebrow. I'm thickening it up, but I got this bottom line in it. Then I'm thickening it up, It looks like he's mad. I made him look mad. That's a mad baby. There you go. All right, cool. There's really a lot of subtle shading, yeah, we're definitely gonna have to probably start talking about shading. I mean, we've talked about shading. That's what I need to do. I need to get my videos together and say, okay, if you're having trouble with shading, watch that. We're just here. This is just the mind stream. This is just my mind stream. We're just doing it. We're just practicing. And we're doing some lessons, but and I need to clean up my eraser. Need an eraser. Oh, I know what. These are paints. I cleaned it up a little bit. Cleaned up my eraser. I can go in here and soften my shading. Actually, all my sketching could be part of the shading. And soften it up in there. Rub it out. Rub it. Oh, this is what I was wanted to erase. I just cleaned my eraser. I gotta clean it again. There we go. All right. That's it. I cleaned it. There we go. This part right here. I want to clean that. There we go. That's it. See, I make my drawing really soft by taking it out of focus. I don't know. There's a little bit of a bridge in there. I'm actually putting a little more detail. I'm actually cleaning up some of there's a little bit of shading. I mean, there's all these little subtle shadings. Once you know how to draw the the structure, then it's just going in here and getting the shading. These little subtle shades. I think that's pretty good. I don't know. If I don't pat myself on the back, who will? And then, whew. All right, let's zoom out. Bam. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Just, I don't know. I know that's hard. I know that is hard, but I make it look so simple. I mean, I feel like I'm making it look simple. I feel like, I don't know. You get to a point where it's like, oh my God. I know I've struggled. I know I've had hard, I know I've struggled with drawings like this before. And if you're struggling, you're there. And that's what makes you can appreciate this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can appreciate that I can do this because I know I've struggled. I have struggled. I've given up. I've even stopped drawing for a while. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna stop. I can't. And then you come back to it, and they're like, okay, oh wait a minute, you're getting it, and then you're getting it. And then you fall off your bike again. The thing is to try to keep, the thing is, it's all right to fall off your bike. It's like getting back on. You gotta get back on. And sometimes it takes you a while. Sometimes like, okay, I don't care. I messed it up. I'm gonna get back on. I'm gonna get back on. And then like before you know it, you just fall less. You really do. It really kind of works that way. Believe it or not, your brain wants to help you from not falling. And you dream about it too. You dream about it like, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to do this so I don't fall. I'm going to do this so I don't fall. We're really resilient. We really are resilient. But, it's just, we got to go through it. We just kind of got to go through it. Kind of go through the hard times to get to the good times. I don't know. You got to sometimes go, like I say, go through hell to get to heaven. But I don't know. It's all there. All right, let's get the hands in. What time is it? 9:27. Jeez, Louises. Let's get the hand in here. Hand is just a circle right about there, right about in here. There's a hand right in there. There's another hand that's kind of contorted, twisted right in here, right about there, coming out over here. This big old space. And then down here. There. Oh, our last drawing for the year. That's keeping me going. Speaking of last drawing of the year, year. The distance from here to here. We've been doing that a lot with our faces. I think it really definitely needs to go out more. This is a bad, not bad, but it's a thing that happens very consistently. Even with my drawings, I need to always kind of see how far back the ear is. So a good way to do it is to see where the eye is to the chin, seeing that space, and then seeing how far back it goes over here. I'm going to check it on the drawing itself, but it shouldn't be too bad. I can see it from the eye to the where the hand meets the chin. Then I go back from the eye, and it's right to the ear. So it's from here to here. Is the same from here to there. So that should be the same from here to here to there. And yeah, I can see it. That looks pretty good. I did move it back. See, I did move it back a little bit. And then I'm putting that ear here. This ear. See how it goes back. Put that ear there. This bottom part of the ear is a little straight right in there. Here we go. And what's cool is a little bit of overlapping. They've got the blanket or something that goes over this ear. That ear. It's going back. There's a blanket or pillow or something right behind. So there's some overlapping there. All right. Good ear practice. Ooh, the hair has a really nice texture. Huh? I mean, I'm not going to. Batteries. If anything, just scribble it in, but it's got really nice, interesting texture. But I'm just scribbling it in as it comes in and up and around. Oh, my little Buddha. I don't know if I'm getting it. Maybe it is late. I'm playing the blame game. We're playing the blame game. Is it because it's late? Or is it because you just can't draw? I can't draw. It is a little late, but whew, maybe it wasn't so good as I thought. Maybe it's because it's late. I know it's funny because then you look at an old drawing like, oh, that's pretty good. I didn't think, I don't know, when you look at it with a fresh eye, or sometimes it's like, oh my God, that wasn't that as good as I thought. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We're here drawing for fun. Just drawing. Whatever comes out, comes out. It doesn't matter. We're just doing it for fun of it, for the fun of it. It's fun to try to draw, try to observe, try to see how is it constructed, how's it put together, that curiosity. And then start doing your own drawings, start constructing things that you see, or constructing things you don't see and creating your own stuff. All right, so this part of the ear, this is where it gets a little, I'm gonna do it real quick. There's that inside part of the ear, and there's that part, and then there's the Y. Here's the Y. Definitely you can see the Y. It's this, and then here, there's like this is like the little center part of that Y. See, and I just did a little quick shade. I shaded a shape. And then this part of the ear kind of here, this is like the kind of looks like a little Y to me. And then it comes in here and curves up and it comes out, and there's like a little heart shape in here. The tragus makes it look like a little heart. The tragus.
Eladio, you love saying tragus.
Yeah, it helps me remember.
How about the antitragus?
Antitragus. Which one is that though? I know I've heard you say,
Opposite the tragus, I guess.
yeah, it's against the tragus. And now you got me worried, kind of not worried, you got me curious. Let's take a look. Anti-tragus. Anti-training. Oh. And yes, there it is. Oh, anti-tragus. Yeah, that's what it is. The anti-tragus. The anti-tragus is the arch-shaped cartilage structures situated opposite and behind the tragus. Okay, let me see. Which one is that? It's the opposite of the tragus. Oh, here's one with pictures and drawings. Oh, look at that, all the parts. And there's the Y shape. But which one's the anti? Oh my gosh. Oh no, that's just the they're just like how it's all connected to your body. So those aren't the words that I'm looking for. Oh, here it is. Is that it? 8mm. Oh, that's for earrings. I wanted an ear with labels on it. No. Oh, there it is. Antitragus. Oh, there it is. Helix. All right, there it is. I can share my screen real quick. Oh, this one right here. Oh. There it is. Antitragus. So the helix, yeah, that's the helix. The helix, the tragus, there's the tragus. And then the antitragus, oh, it's right there. It's that other side. That's the antitragus. And then the lobule, the earlobes, the lobule. Then the antihelix. Ooh, the antihelix. That's the antihelix. Where's the helix? Oh, that is the helix up here. Ah, interesting. The helix, the antihelix. And then here's the Y. The antihelix is the base of the line of the Y. And up here is the Y, how it splits off. It doesn't have a name. All right, that's it. Let's go back. All right, oh baby, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Last. The last. Okay, so here's the antitragus right in here then. This is the antitragus. This is the tragus and the antitragus right across from it. And then, there we go. What do babies dream? What do babies dream? See, I like that. I like that interaction. I'm not here just drawing by myself. There we go. All right. That's it. That's good enough. Good enough for now. All right, let's do this hand. Let's zoom in on this hand. There's a lot of stuff going on here with the chest, the cheek, and then another little bump there. No. I'll draw the hands real quick. We'll zoom in right there. There's this hand. Let's do this one first. It looks pretty good. Goes up in here a little closer. And here, the curves actually, probably a little closer. Then the second one. And what I'm doing, actually, I'm cheating. I'm not describing this. I'm not drawing. I'm actually shading shapes. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm not describing it. I'm just seeing the shapes and I'm shading the shapes. See that shape in there, and then the finger that kind of comes up in here. There's a little bit of a roundedness there. And then here's another roundedness of the palm. This roundedness of that, and then the roundedness of that palm. And up here in the wrist, and then there's actually, it does divide up in here a little bit as well. And I'm not describing this, I'm just drawing it. Just batteries. Right here, and there's a little bit of a roundedness as it comes out here. See it? Roundedness. Push it out. Shove it out. Way out. All right. Like a cheerleader. Yeah. Not too many people know that reference. And to be forever forgotten. Used to be a good guy. Used to be cancel culture. Oh, that person should have, I don't know, definitely canceled. All right, so this hand, it just tapers out like a potato, really just like a big old potato. So practice drawing potatoes. That's actually a pretty good one. Practice drawing potatoes, practice drawing some beans. That's a good one. Let's go like a potato. You say potato, I say potato, 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 tomato, tomato. This arm going back. There's all kinds of stuff going on in here. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm just going to scribble it all in. It's all in shade. I don't know. Another pillow over here. Another, I don't know, goose down feathers. There's a lot of nice little soft shading and stuff that I'm just too pooped. But I'm just going to shade real quick in here just to make that hand pop a little bit and push this back. It's like in shadow or whatever. Push it back, shade it back, and just pushing it back. All right, let's draw that other hand and call it a night. Ooh, the butterfly. Ooh, butterfly. Squirrel. All right, this hand is I got my circle there. I got my form. Let me get this other form, the palm. Because that's kind of like where the fingers are. And the palm is here. That's the palm. And the palm of your hand, but your sweat in your hand needs a rest, and you're fooling yourself. You don't believe it. This side, this is rounded as it comes down, rounded, and then it sticks out like the elbow right there. So it's rounded right in there. Then as it comes closer here, it kind of points out of the bump and then comes in. But I'd have to kind of zoom out so you could see how it all kind of makes sense together. All right, let's go. Your hands wet with sweat. Your hands wet with sweat. And your head needs a rest. And you're fooling yourself. You don't believe it. You're killing yourself. You don't believe it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead with this finger. This first finger is like straight up and down, right off this lip. Right off this lip. See, right off this lip, straight up and down. And then it curves in right after that lip. Curves in up here, right above the nose. It's good to see the negative space, which I kind of actually made the lip come out more. My negative space is a little wide, but it's okay. I'm not going to worry about it, but I see it. I see it and I say, hey, wait a minute. My negative space ain't right. Don't be so negative. All right, sorry. All right, here we go. Let's go this way. Let's see, this is going up. This is going up that way. And there's like little bumps, but I'm getting that angle there. And then this kind of comes out that way. And then it curves, that top of that hand curves. There's a little bit of a curve there. And bringing it down, and then around, bringing it down and around. There's one finger. Here's the next finger. Oh, there's only 3 fingers. It's coming out at this angle as well, kind of like that angle, and then down. But it's rounded. It's rounded right there. Rounded, round baby. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a Thunderbird. And if that Thunderbird don't run, Papa's gonna buy you. I don't know. There's one.
BB gun. And
There's-
if that BB gun don't shoot, Papa's gonna buy you. I don't remember what comes next.
Yeah, no, there was a remake. Yeah,
Yeah, that wasn't the original.
no. But there is one that actually names all kinds of cars.
Oh, cool.
And he goes, and if that kind of car don't run, I don't know, Papa's gonna buy you another one. And if that car just won't do, I don't know. Oh yeah, I gotta look that up. I'll look it up right now. I'm sure it's on the internet now. All right, so here's the pinky. I'm just drawing it in. It's rounded, it's like this. There's a lot of little circles in here. I'm not describing. You have to take the course on drawing hands and get all this stuff. But basically it's just like a lot of little beans, a lot of little circles, getting them in there, seeing them, and then drawing them, putting them together. And here's the palm of your hand, wet with sweat. Your head needs a rest. And then all this is shaded, pushed back. And when you're shading, it's good to have good pencils when you're shading now. At that point, like, okay, now it's something more serious. And it's really understanding your pencils and understanding what you have and getting to know your materials. All right, so at that point. All right, there we go. I think that's good. That's I'm gonna, the bird, the butterfly. All right, here's the head of the butterfly, just a little circle. And then the body right on the palm and swooping down on it. And then the antennae. Draw two little antennas. And then the wings. The wings. Let's see, the wings. One swoop up and then swooping down. And it goes straight. Right in there. Should I swoop it up higher? No, that's good enough. I don't know what kind of butterfly this is. I did one of the panels that I did for Ascot Hills had all kinds of butterflies on it. Tiger tail. I don't know what this one is. All right. There's the wing. I'm happy with that one. Once you have that wing, this is probably the more important wing. Once you have this wing, then you can get the other one in, kind of like a heart. There's one wing of the heart, and then here's the other wing of a heart, kind of like a heart shape. Actually, this one should be a little straighter. As it swoops up like that, and then a little point, and it comes down. Then it has like little textures on it. It has the texture, the icing on the cake. Actually, let's get this other little tail. And this is a tail. Swallowtail, or I don't know. I know I've seen the butterflies, they describe them. Different kind of stuff. Little veins on it. It kind of goes in and out. There's like this, the pattern on the butterfly kind of goes in and out, and in and out, in and out. That's what I had yesterday. Had an in and out hamburger. For those of you back east, it's a famous hamburger place that is only out west. But I think they're in Texas now. They're moving their way over there. But it was packed. Oh my gosh. It was packed for a Wednesday night. It was amazingly packed. Packed to the packed. Couldn't believe it. Man, I walked in too. I parked my car outside. It's amazing. Oh my gosh. It's just so many people on a Wednesday night getting hamburgers. Well, they're inexpensive. I mean, it's like it's a really good deal, and the quality is really good. I don't know that personally because my dad used to cut the meat for them, and the inspectors for the only inspectors that were worse than, not worse, but harder than the USDA, because they'd also do the meat for the Army and for these different services. And they would do big cuts of meat. And the inspectors for in and out were tougher than the ones for the government. Like they would come in and say, okay, anything was wrong, they'd write them up. All right, that's it. Calling it a night. There's the butterfly. There's the bird. There's the baby. Woo, hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you the Thunderbird. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Lyrics. There's the original. Papa instead of Mama, it's Papa. Papa, the daddy version. Papa's gonna buy you. Papa's Thunderbird. Thunderbird. Here we go. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a Thunderbird. Oh no, that's Mockingbird. That's not it.
That sounded right.
That's the original. No, that's their.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Papa's gonna buy you a mockingbird, and if that mockingbird don't sing, Papa's gonna buy you a diamond ring. But there's one with the Thunderbird. Thunderbird. But the last part it says, and if that card just don't run, and it says something. Well, or if you don't like that kind of car, you just might as well just damn walk or something. It says. Yeah, it's really funny. The worst lullaby song ever. I don't know. All right, I think we're gonna call it a night. Any questions, any comments, complaints, put it in the chat if you'd like to. Let's see, meet everyone. I just got that happy face there. We still got that baby there. I don't know if anybody wants to say anything. Any last words for the last class of the year. 2022, my favorite number. What a year. What a year. People signing out. We're down to 9. Down to 9.
Well, Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Bye. Thank you. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Thank you. See you next year.
I'll see you next year. All right, Enoch, hanging in there. All right, we'll see you.
Bye bye. Take care.
All right, take care. Bye, everybody. Good night.
Bye. Bye, everybody.